Welcome to the fantasy audiobook. Everyone, the river god is weak. The Milky Way is also a river. Chapter 81. We must stop Han Tien. If Zhou Yu is eliminated, we will not be able to enjoy the 70% gain in all attributes. Zhang Biao held up the machine gun and fired wildly. After using fire suppression, the shooting speed increased by 100%, and he could easily produce a large amount of continuous output. At the same time, Zhao Long's body was surrounded by 10 thunder balls, and he pounced on Han Tien like a tiger. These 10 thunder balls can trigger the paralysis effect. As long as Han Tien is controlled, Zhou Yu can be protected. Just because you still want to stop me. Han Tien used Unstoppable and a golden light appeared on his body. Under the protection of this golden light, he can ignore all control effects. As long as he takes the damage from Zhang Biao and Zhao Long, he will definitely be able to approach Zhou Yu. No, he is immune to control. Zhao Long exclaimed and immediately stood in front of Han Tien. As a melee mage, he only has strong melee abilities. In terms of defensive ability, it is still incomparable to serious defensive professions. However, his team does not have a defensive profession. Now that Pei Yuyan is blocked by Zhang Erhe, as a melee profession, he must stand up and stop Han Tien with his body. Han Tien, unstoppable, can only be immune to control, and cannot pass through people. As long as Zhao Long blocks Han Tien with his body and Pei Yuyan gets rid of Zhang Erhe, Zhou Yu will be safe. However, Zhao Long's professional melee mage's defensive ability is not strong. Facing the second strongest student from the Northern Military Academy, I'm afraid he won't be able to hold on for long. Pei Yuyan's lineup has a problem, there is no defensive profession at all. When Pei Yuyan forces Zhang Erhe back, with Han Tien's output ability, he might be able to eliminate all the other four. With 5 versus 1, Pei Yuyan has no chance of winning. Everyone felt it was a pity. Lu Chuan and others are indeed very strong, but there is a problem with the lineup and they cannot compete with Han Tien and others. You are the only one who still wants to stop me. How long can a melee mage like you last under my axe? Han Tien used Violent Slash and the giant axe in his hand fell like thunder, containing a violent energy that was as solid as substance. Kakaka. Zhao Long's 10 thunder balls immediately shattered, and he took dozens of steps back before he could barely stabilize his figure. If Zhou Yu hadn't used the healing technique in time, his blood volume would have been reduced to 30%. Let me do it, you can hold off the others. Lu Chuan used Water Dragon Bullet and a water dragon as thick as a water tank crashed into Han Tien's body. What a high output! Han Tien was slightly shocked. If Unstoppable was not immune to control, he would have been knocked back nearly 1,000 steps by Water Dragon Bullet. There is not a drop of water in the arena, and the little commander can actually use skills. Zhou Yu was confused, but soon noticed Lu Chuan's River God domain. A river god with his own river domain just makes up for the river god's biggest limitation. Little commander, as a freshman, you are actually the second strongest person in the team. It's really amazing. After Han Tien praised Zhou Yu, he pounced on Zhou Yu like a tiger. His goal remains the same. Only by eliminating Zhou Yu can he win more easily. Anyway, with Unstoppable he can ignore all control effects. If Zhao Long and Lu Chuan wanted to keep Zhou Yu, they would have to come to him and block him with their bodies. Zhao Long and Lu Chuan are not defensive professions. As long as his output is high enough, he can eliminate someone on the way to kill Zhou Yu. River God Realm provides a 240% all attribute bonus, and Holy Light Armor provides a 60% all attribute bonus. Coupled with the suit effect of the Gold Deep Sea suit, my movement speed and recovery ability in the water can be increased by 3000%. Without exposing other skills, I should be able to block Han Tien. Lu Chuan was extremely fast, like a phantom, instantly blocking Han Tien's way. Little commander, the sword has no eyes. If you are injured, don't blame me. Han Tien's eyes were blood red, and the giant axe in his hand fell like thunder again. Berserker is indeed a profession that gets braver as he fights, but as time goes by, his consciousness will become more and more violent, and he will accidentally kill someone if he is not careful. Therefore, when sparring, he always tries to make quick decisions to avoid accidents. Lu Chuan used River God's whip and River God domain, stretched out dozens of tentacles, all of which entangled Han Tian's giant axe. However, Unstoppable is immune to all control effects, even if it is imprisoned with its giant axe. Therefore, he could only let dozens of tentacles intertwine to form a large net to resist Han Tian's attack. Crash! Han Tian's giant axe fell into the water like a boulder, causing dozens of water tentacles to explode immediately. River God's whip is not a defensive skill after all, but these water tentacles grow very quickly, and once again interweave into a large net, protecting Lu Chuan to death. At the same time, the River God realm submerged Han Tian, and water tentacles emerged from all directions and struck wildly. Pa, pa, pa. This output frequency was comparable to Zhang Biao's machine gun, causing Han Tian's blood volume to drop rapidly. The little commander actually stopped Han Tian. Zhao Long was stunned. He has personally experienced how strong Han Tian's output ability is. His 10 body-protecting thunderballs were exploded by Han Tian in one fell swoop. If Zhou Yu hadn't used the healing technique, his blood volume would have been reduced by 30%. And Lu Chuan's water tentacles, relying on their super regeneration ability, not only blocked Han Tian, but also dealt crazy damage to Han Tian. We must quickly support the captain, otherwise we will lose when Pei Yuyan forces Zhang Erhe back. Han Tian's other 3 teammates were anxious, and they all used their strongest methods. Zhao Long and Zhang Biao could only block the 3 of them with all their strength and were unable to support Lu Chuan and Han Tian in the battle. Are you crazy? Zhao Long and Zhang Biao actually asked the young commander to resist Han Tian alone. Asking a freshman to resist the second-best student in the senior year, what the hell can a person do? The young commander's strength is second only to Pei Yuyan, so there seems to be nothing wrong with doing this. The little commander can still hold on for a while, but Zhao Long lost half of his health after being hit by an axe. Han Tian's other 3 teammates all used their strongest methods, and Zhao Long and Zhang Biao really couldn't get away. But with Zhou Yu's assistance, the young commander is not fighting alone. The audience were all dumbfounded. They never expected that Lu Chuan, as a freshman, would be the key to Pei Yuyan's team's victory. Hateful. Han Tian's eyes became redder and redder, and the giant axe in his hand swung faster and faster. As a berserker, the more injuries he has on his body, the stronger his output ability will be. Therefore, the higher Lu Chuan's output capability, the greater the pressure on defense. However, Lu Chuan did not give up the idea of output, and hundreds of water tentacles still hit Han Tian like a violent storm. As Han Tian's output ability becomes stronger and stronger, Lu Chuan's water tentacles can no longer block the giant axe. However, Lu Chuan had no intention of dodging. He used River God's whip to hit Han Tian while fighting Han Tian with his body. Crash! The water tentacles that resisted the giant axe completely collapsed, and Han Tian's violent slash fell on Lu Chuan with overwhelming force. The expected sound of flesh and blood being torn apart did not sound, but the sound of a pop that disappeared into the sea. Under Han Tian's gaze, Lu Chuan's body looked like it was made of water, stirring up a lot of water splashes. And the River God realm was like water filling a bottle, quickly filling in Lu Chuan's missing flesh and blood, and in the blink of an eye it was intact as before. As expected of the second strongest student in the Northern Military Academy, even though my physical attributes are very high and elementalization can make me immune to 70% of physical damage, I am still injured. Lu Chuan smiled and continued to attack Han Tian. Elemental's recovery ability is already strong, and coupled with the gold deep sea suit, his recovery effect can be increased by 3000%. It was not easy for Han Tian to seriously injure him. Moreover, level 110 Kunpeng shares the same blood volume with him, and the recovery effect is increased by 3000%. Kunpeng only needs to lose 100 drops of blood to recover 3100 drops of blood. Kunpeng's blood volume is 48 billion drops. If Han Tian wants to kill him, he has to cause 1488 billion points of damage to exhaust Kunpeng's blood volume. With such amazing defensive capabilities, even if he stood and let Han Tian fight, Han Tian would not be able to kill him within 7 days and 7 nights. Han Tian's giant axe fell on the little commander, and he didn't even try to hide, he didn't even scream. If the little commander hadn't been fighting back, I would have thought he was dead. Han Tian is the second strongest student in the Northern Military Academy. Even if he is as strong as Zhao Long, he will still lose 30% of his health with one hit of the axe. The young commander received an axe, and acted like nothing happened. It's so outrageous. Furthermore, Han Tian's profession is a berserker. The time spent fighting and the lost health points will greatly improve the output ability. Han Tian's current output ability is definitely much higher than when he killed Zhao Long. Under the gaze of everyone, Lu Chuan received 1 axe, 2 axes, 3 axes, 4 axes. Han Tian used violent slash 10 times in a row, but Lu Chuan still acted like a normal person, which shocked everyone more and more. If these 10 violent slashes fell on me, I'd probably be dead. Zhao Long was stunned. Lu Chuan not only has higher 4-dimensional attributes than him, but his output ability and defense ability are also higher than him. What the hell can a freshman do? Is it fake? If we continue to fight like this, do we still have any hope of winning? The little commander is obviously a freshman, but his defensive ability is even stronger than mine. Zhang Erhe was dumbfounded. He finally understood why Pei Yuyan chose Lu Chuan instead of himself. As defensive professionals, Lu Chuan's defensive ability is better than his own. Anyone with a right mind would choose Lu Chuan without hesitation. At the same time, Pei Yuyan's 9th sword arrived, and all Zhang Erhe's defenses were defeated, flying out of the field like a cannonball. What did the little commander grow up on? His profession is sea-level river god, but he has such amazing defensive capabilities. Pei Yuyan did not attack Han Tian, but quickly eliminated all Han Tian's teammates. After spending so many days with Lu Chuan, this was the first time she saw Lu Chuan's skills. She wanted to know where Lu Chuan's limit was and how strong his defense ability was. I'm ready to interrupt the game, can you show me this? Such a shocking scene, even the referee was stunned. He has presided over competitions for decades and witnessed the excellence of countless talented people. But this was his first time seeing such a perverted freshman like Lu Chuan. Relying on the recovery abilities of elementalization and Tongsheng, Lu Chuan's blood volume is basically full. As for Han Tian, under the attacks of hundreds of water tentacles, his blood volume was getting lower and lower. Even though the professional characteristic of the berserker was to become braver as he fought, he could no longer hold on. It's over. Lu Chuan struck out with a palm, and Han Tian flew out of the ring like a kite without strings. I actually lost, and I lost to a freshman. Han Tian was dumbfounded. As the second strongest student in the Northern Military Academy, no one is his opponent except Pei Yuyan. As a result, Lu Chuan defeated him just after school started. How could he accept this? Is it possible that the early start of school this year has a lot to do with Lu Chuan's participation in the 100 school competition? The final is over, the winner is Pei Yuyan's team. After the referee reacted, he immediately announced the result of the battle. This is obviously a team battle, but the little commander defeated Han Tian in a one-on-one battle. After this battle, the young commander is the second best student in the Northern Military Academy. It's outrageous. I didn't expect that the second best student in the Northern Military Academy would be a freshman. This makes us seniors very useless. Isn't it fake? It doesn't matter if the freshmen can beat the seniors. The little commander also beat the second best student in the seniors. Moreover, after the young commander defeated Han Tian, he acted like a normal person. Even Pei Yuyan could not defeat Han Tian with a complete victory. Everyone was in a state of shock and couldn't believe their eyes. I thought it was a burden, but I didn't expect it to be a thigh. Zhao Long wished he could give himself a few slaps. If I had known that Lu Chuan was so strong, I would have given him a warm welcome when they first met. As a freshman, he defeated the second best student in the senior year. He is indeed the man I like. Seeing Lu Chuan's perfect appearance and figure, Lu Ruyan's admiration became even stronger. As the legitimate daughter of the Lu family in the imperial capital, she has countless suitors. And Lu Chuan is the only man who can turn her into a little fangirl. The young commander is too powerful. After joining forces with Pei Yuyan, the Northern Military Academy will definitely become the leader of the competition among hundreds of schools. The principal was excited just thinking about it. Next, he began to distribute the ranking rewards for the trials. As the small commander of the Northern Territory, Lu Chuan has never lacked resources since he was a child, so naturally he has no interest in these ranking rewards. Even if these ranking rewards fall into his hands, they will only return to the Northern Army arsenal. It is better to let Pei Yuyan and others share more. The selection competition is over. Just wait for another 7 days and the 100 schools competition will officially begin. Lu Chuan did not stay any longer and decisively returned to the Northern Great Hall. Before the 100 schools competition begins, he will not waste time and plans to master more skills through skill books. Northern Town Hall. The top leaders of the human race are watching the live broadcast of the finals. Han Tian is indeed the second strongest student in the Northern Military Academy. If the young commander hadn't taken action in time, Zhao Long and Zhang Biao's defense capabilities would have been impossible to stop him. This tactic is indeed very good. Zhang Erhe blocked the strongest Pei Yuyan, allowing Han Tian to overcome the numerical difference as quickly as possible. If Pei Yuyan's team does not have defensive professions, Han Tian will definitely succeed. Fortunately, the little commander's defensive ability is stronger than ordinary defensive professions. Even if Han Tian takes all the damage, he is still as fine as a normal person. With Han Tian's output ability, ordinary defensive professionals will be unable to hold on for a long time, and as an auxiliary professional, the little commander can withstand beatings even more than defensive professionals. The top leaders of the human race were full of praise. As a freshman, Lu Chuan defeated Han Tian, the second strongest senior in his senior year, just after he entered school. Looking at the entire history of the human race, this has never happened before. Moreover, when Lu Chuan fought against Han Tian, there were still many methods that were useless. If all kinds of limit-breaking skills are used, Han Tian's team will inevitably be defeated in an instant. As expected of my son, even though he is a freshman, he can become the key to Pei Yuyan's team's victory despite his weakness. With Pei Yuyan and my son joining forces, we will definitely be able to win the Northern Territory competition and increase the prestige of our Northern Territory military region. Lu Junlin was very pleased. I'm back. After Lu Chuan defeated Han Tiano, he was not at all proud, and silently studied the skill book of Water Blade. If there is anything unclear, they will ask the senior people of the human race for advice. Skill books similar to occupations are detected, and the comprehension speed is increased by 500%. Water Blade, like the previous Water Whip technique and Water Iron Cannon, are skill books inherited from other river gods. When he is studying, he can achieve twice the result with half the effort. 3 days passed in a blink of an eye. With the 500% improvement in understanding and the guidance of the senior human race officials, Lu Chuan quickly mastered the new skills. Congratulations to the host for successfully mastering the Water Blade. The Water Blade has undergone transformation under your guidance. Water Dragon Slash. The river god domain can be condensed into a dragon-shaped slash to attack the enemy, causing a large amount of elemental damage. When using the Nai River domain to condense the Water Dragon Slash, it will cause a large amount of soul damage. When using the Love River domain to condense the Water Dragon Slash, it will have a control effect. You have mastered Water Blade, and under my guidance, you have transformed into Water Dragon Slash. There should be a huge improvement in power. Lu Chuan was very satisfied with the result. The profession of the little commander is really powerful. After learning the skill books of 4 river gods, all of them have undergone transformation. Water Whip technique transformed into River God's Whip, Water Iron Bullet transformed into Water Dragon Bullet, and Riptide derived from Undercurrent Surge. Now the little commander has learned a new skill and has transformed from Water Blade to Water Dragon Slash. Water Dragon Slash is the same as Water Dragon Bullet with the word dragon in it. It should be a very powerful melee skill. The senior leaders of the human race were all filled with emotion. Little commander, let me see the power of your new skills. Mr. Zhang was eager to try it. Good. Lu Chuan used Water Dragon Slash, and a water dragon immediately jumped out of the river god's domain. The extremely sharp dragon horns were like 2 giant swords, slashing hard on Mr. Zhang's body. -1 million. -1 million. 2 damage values appeared at the same time. If Mr. Zhang hadn't been at a very high level, he would have been too much. The little commander's Water Dragon Slash is really powerful. Each dragon horn can cause 1 million points of damage, which adds up to a full 2 million points. The level 90 can deal such high damage, which is stronger than many output-type professions. Is this something that auxiliary professions can do? With strong output ability, strong defensive ability, and incredible auxiliary abilities, the little commander's potential is really great. He is worthy of being the strongest genius in the history of the human race. The top leaders of the human race were all excited. Zhang Long, my Water Dragon Slash is the same as Water Dragon Bullet. When used with Nehi domain, elemental damage will be converted into soul damage. Lu Chuan converted the River God realm into the Nehi realm. The originally clear water dragon quickly turned into blood yellow, and contained a large number of insects, snakes and ghosts, which looked extremely strange. Come on, little commander. Mr. Zhang continued to act as a human flesh tester. As a rank 8 professional, even if he takes 2 million damage, he will not be broken. Good. Lu Chuan's right palm slashed out like a knife, and the blood-yellow dragon horn immediately struck Mr. Zhang's body. -1 million. -1 million. The amount of damage is the same as last time, but it is converted into soul damage. Soul damage is the most difficult to prevent. Even if the amount of damage is not high, it will be as painful as pulling out a fingernail. Hiss. Mr. Zhang suffered 2 million points of soul damage, and his face was twitching in pain. 2 million points of soul damage is really terrifying. Even Mr. Zhang's face was deformed in pain. If Nehi's version of Water Dragon Slash and Nehi Domain join forces, the little commander can deal 4 million points of soul damage at once. Such a high soul damage, even if the opponent's blood volume is high enough, will definitely be heartbreaking and have a huge impact on actions. The senior human race officials were very surprised. After Lu Chuan mastered Water Dragon Slash, his shortcomings in melee combat skills were completely made up. Does Mr. Zhang want to try the Ihei version of Water Dragon Slash? With a thought, Lu Chuan changed the Nehi domain into the Love River domain. The blood-yellow water dragon became colorful, and hundreds of millions of lovers were projected into it, making it look extremely dreamy. Can Love River be converted into Water Dragon Slash? The senior human race officials were slightly surprised. Not only Water Dragon Slash, River God's Whip, and Water Dragon Bullet can also be used with Love River Field. As soon as Lu Chuan finished speaking, a water dragon and dozens of water tentacles emerged that were ready to attack. They were all constructed from the Love River Field and exuded colorful light. Let others test the Love River version of Water Dragon Slash. Mr. Zhang immediately took a step back. He had a psychological shadow on the love field and did not dare to help Lu Chuan test his skills in person. Let me do it. Mr. Feng took a step forward. His profession is a warrior monk, and he is definitely the most determined among the top leaders of the human race. Naturally, he is one of the best candidates to test the Love River version of Water Dragon Slash. Lu Chuan waved his hand, and the Ihei version of Water Dragon Slash was as fast as thunder, striking Feng Lao's body instantly. -700,000. -700,000. The damage of the Ihei version of Water Dragon Slash was lower, but after Mr. Feng was hit, he was stunned and it took a full second to recover. Don't look at the short time of this second. If you are controlled for 1 second in the ever-changing battlefield, very terrible things may happen. Ihei's version of Water Dragon Slash is like an illusion, but it actually has a control effect. Mr. Feng frowned. His profession is a warrior monk, his Buddhist heart is very firm, and his resistance to illusions is very strong. But facing Lu Chuan's Ihei version of Water Dragon Slash, he was still controlled for a second. Thinking of this, he said seriously, "Little commander, continue to use the Love River version of Water Dragon Slash on me." Okay. Lu Chuan nodded, and the other party used the Love River version of Water Dragon Slash 5 times in succession. Hard control 0.8 seconds, hard control 0.6 seconds, hard control 0.4 seconds. Feng Lao has a strong ability to adapt. With his amazing willpower, the hard control time of the Ihei version of Water Dragon Slash becomes shorter and shorter each time. But Lu Chuan performed Water Dragon Slash very quickly. Even if the control time was shorter each time, he could still achieve a perfect control chain, allowing Mr. Feng to be controlled for 3 seconds. A full 3 seconds of hard control time is enough for high-level professionals to release 6 or 7 skills. The IHE version of Water Dragon Slash is really awesome. Even Mr. Fang, who has such a firm Buddhist heart, had to be controlled for 3 seconds. Looking at the world, there are only a few people who have a Buddha heart as firm as Mr. Fang. If the IHE version of Water Dragon Slash is used on others, the control effect will definitely be better. It's a pity that Water Dragon Slash is not level breaking. Otherwise, if you keep controlling others for 1 second, as long as you have enough mana, you can kill them no matter how strong they are. Are you thinking about shit? The little commander really has such great abilities, why do others still need to play with him? Water Dragon Slash is not a skill that the young commander has learned on his own. It is normal for it not to break the level limit. The senior human race officials were amazed. Mr. Shaw said, "Little commander, let me also try the IHE version of Water Dragon Slash. I'm not as lustful as Mr. Zhang, and I'm not as good at concentration as Mr. Fang. From the perspective of concentration, I am just an ordinary strong person." Okay. Lu Chuan nodded and used Water Dragon Slash on Mr. Shaw more than 10 times in succession. Hard control 2 seconds, hard control 1.8 seconds, hard control 1.6 seconds. Just like Fang Lao's situation, the control effect of the IHE version of Water Dragon Slash is decreasing with the number of occurrences. However, when used on Sha Lao, the initial control time is 2 seconds, even if the next control time will be reduced by 0.2 seconds. When all the control times are added up, it will reach an astonishing 11 seconds. With 11 seconds of control time, the little commander's IHE version Water Dragon Slash is too strong. A level 3 professional can control a level 8 professional for 11 seconds. The effect of this skill is outrageous. The control effect of Love River should be related to concentration, regardless of level. Even if the little commander's opponent is of a very high level, as long as his concentration is weak, he will still be controlled for 11 seconds. Obviously, the maximum control time is only 1 second behind, but Mr. Shaw's overall control time is 8 seconds longer than Mr. Fang. It seems that Mr. Fang is really powerful, much better than Mr. Shaw. The top leaders of the human race were all shocked. If we were fighting at the same level, 11 seconds of control time would be enough for the opponent to use 20 or 30 skills. Mr. Shaw was dumbfounded. He had already expected such a result. Mr. Fang's Buddhist heart is extremely firm, which is his strength in resisting illusions and temptations. When faced with the illusion control of the IHE version of Water Dragon Slash, I should be much worse than Fang Lao. The test of Mr. Fang, who has strong concentration, has finished, and the test of Mr. Shaw, who has average concentration, has also finished the test. Next, it is time for Mr. Zhang, who has poor concentration, to take the test. Everyone's eyes turned to Mr. Zhang. Okay, in order to test the strength of the little commander's skills, I will risk my life. Mr. Zhang sighed and walked up to Lu Chuan. Mr. Zhang is offended. Lu Chuan took action very quickly and used Water Dragon Slash more than 20 times in succession. Hard control 3 seconds, hard control 2.8 seconds, hard control 2.6 seconds. Zhang Lao's maximum control time is 3 seconds. Even if the next control time will be reduced by 0.2 seconds, when all the control times are accumulated, it will still be very scary. After 24 seconds, the control effect of the Love River version of Water Dragon Slash completely failed, and Mr. Zhang gradually regained consciousness. How long has it been? Mr. Zhang seemed to wake up from a nightmare, his clothes were soaked with cold sweat. After being in an illusion, just like dreaming, the concept of time is very weak. Sha Lao Dao, 24 seconds have passed. What? I was controlled by the little commander for 24 seconds. The love of the little commander is really my nemesis. Zhang Lao felt terrible just thinking about it. The control time of 24 seconds is close to half a minute. If he were in a battle at the same level, the 24 seconds of control time would allow him to master 60 or 70 skills without any precautions. If there were 2 opponents, he would have to take over 100 skills. The little commander's IHE version, Water Dragon Slash, is too strong. People with strong concentration can control it for 3 seconds, people with average concentration can control it for 11 seconds, and people with weak concentration can control it for 24 seconds. Furthermore, the control time of the Love River version of Water Dragon Slash is related to concentration, and it ignores the level. As long as the opponent's concentration is poor, even if the level is much higher than that of the Little Commander can still control the opponent for 24 seconds. The top leaders of the human race were shocked. Lu Junlin asked, "Son, have you tested the Love River version of Water Dragon Bullet?" "Not yet." Lu Chuan was very curious about the effect of the Love River version of Water Dragon Bullet. After all, Water Dragon Slash is a melee skill, and Water Dragon Bullet is a long-range skill. I don't know if the control effect of Love River will be affected by distance. Fang Laodao, "Little Commander, let's continue testing. I can bring my eldest disciple here. His profession is the same as mine, and his concentration is also very strong." "Okay." Lu Chuan nodded. After a series of tests, everyone found that the control effect of the Love River version of Water Dragon Bullet was exactly the same as Water Dragon Slash. The total control time of a person with strong concentration is 3 seconds, the total control time of a person with average concentration is 11 seconds, and the total control time of a person with poor concentration is 24 seconds. If you want to re-implement this control time, you have to go through a cooling-off period. The cooldown time of the Ihei version of Water Dragon Bullet and the Ihei version of Water Dragon Slash are shared. As for how long this cooling time is, it won't be tested for a while. It has to be verified by time. Lu Chuan said, "There are still 4 days left. I can learn another skill to make it easier to win the next 100 schools competition." The skill book he learned this time is called Flow Shield. Like Flow Blade, it is a skill book passed down by other river gods. Skill books similar to occupations are detected, and the comprehension speed is increased by 500%. 3 days later, with the help of his improved understanding and the help of senior human race officials, Lu Chuan successfully mastered Flow Shield and transformed Flow Shield into a stronger skill. Water Dragon Shield. The river god domain can be condensed into a dragon shape to withstand a large amount of damage. When using the Nehi domain to condense the Water Dragon Shield, the source of damage can be allowed to withstand the same amount of soul damage. When the Love River domain is used to condense the Water Dragon Shield, the source of damage can be under control effect. It's done. Water Dragon Shield is the same as the previous skill. If it is used in different rivers, it will have different effects. Lu Chuan's eyes lit up. Mr. Shaw smiled and said, "Little Commander, let us see your Water Dragon Shield." Good. With a thought, Lu Chuan saw a circling water dragon standing in front of him, like a shield. Plop. Sha Lao was so powerful that he made the Water Dragon Shield stir up waves. -1 million. It's not broken, it seems we need to use more force. Mr. Shaw punched again. When the total damage reached 3 million, the Water Dragon Shield collapsed on the spot. Withstand 3 million points of damage. With the Water Dragon Shield, the Little Commander's life-saving ability is even stronger. With such a strong defensive ability, even the Little Commander's Water Dragon Slash will take 2 hits to break the Water Dragon Shield. Coupled with Elementalization S 70% physical damage immunity, and level 110 Kunpeng's Tongsheng. It is impossible for professionals at the same level to kill the young commander. Even if they have a numerical advantage, it is still very difficult. The senior human race officials were very satisfied. With Lu Chuan's potential, as long as he can fully grow up, he will definitely be able to lead China to unify the human race. Therefore, the stronger Lu Chuan's life-saving ability is, the better, and the more, the better. Only if there are enough means to save life, the probability of Lu Chuan growing up will continue to increase. Mr. Shaw, do you want to try Nehi's Water Dragon Shield? Lu Chuan thought, and the clear Water Dragon Shield quickly turned into blood yellow. Okay. Mr. Shaw didn't hesitate and punched Nehi's Water Dragon Shield with 1 punch. The insects, snakes and ghosts in Water Dragon Shield immediately went berserk and launched a counterattack against him. -1 million. -1 million. 2 damage values appeared at the same time, one appeared on the Water Dragon Shield and the other appeared on Mr. Shaw, and they were soul damage. You actually have the ability to fight back. Mr. Shaw didn't care about the loss of 1 million points of blood and punched again. The defensive ability of the Nehi version of Water Dragon Shield was worse. When the damage reached 2 million, it collapsed. Nehi's version of Water Dragon Shield actually has a counterattack effect, and the amount of damage caused by the counterattack is exactly the same as the amount of damage caused by Mr. Shaw. With the same amount of counterattack effect, and also soul damage, the Little Commander's Nehi version of Water Dragon Shield is really awesome. If the Nehi version of Water Dragon Shield and Nehi Domain are combined, and the enemy causes 10,000 points of damage, the Little Commander can make it withstand 20,000 points of damage. The damage received is more than the damage endured. How can this be fun? Ha ha ha. The senior human race officials all laughed. Next, Mr. Shaw used long-range skills to test the counterattack effect of Nehi's version of Water Dragon Shield. Even if they are 3,000 meters apart, as long as they cause damage to the Water Dragon Shield, they will inevitably suffer soul damage equal to the damage value, and there is no way to avoid it. The counterattack effect of the Nehi version of Water Dragon Shield is similar to the additional damage sustained by Nehi Domain. The attacks of insect snakes and ghosts are purely procedural. Even if you avoid them, you will still be hurt. Most counterattack defense skills will become increasingly ineffective when the distance is too far, or even become ineffective. The counterattack of the Nehi version of Water Shield ignores distance and cannot be avoided no matter what. After testing the counterattack distance, everyone's evaluation of the Nehi version of Flow Shield is higher. If he encounters a professional with high attack and low defense, Lu Chuan can fight back to death with just defense. Even a long-range sniper will suffer soul damage equal to the damage value. Mr. Shaw, there is also the Ihei version of Water Dragon Shield. With a thought, Lu Chuan's blood yellow Water Dragon Shield became colorful and looked extremely dreamy. Sha Lao punched out and was immediately restrained for 2 seconds. After the hard control ended, he punched again and was hard controlled for 1.8 seconds. Next, there are 1.6, 1.4, 1.2 seconds, similar to the previous Love River version Water Dragon Slash, and this control effect shares the cooldown. The control effect of the Ihei version of Water Dragon Shield is similar to that of the Ihei version of Water Dragon Slash. A person with strong concentration has a total control time of 3 seconds, a person with average concentration has a total control time of 11 seconds, and a person with poor concentration has a total control time of 24 seconds. It's just that one is active control and the other is passive control. If the young commander uses the Love River version of Water Dragon Shield when being chased by a strong person, the opponent will be hard controlled for a second or two every time he hits him, and he will definitely be very irritated. And with the recovery ability of elementalization, 1 or 2 seconds is enough for the little commander to recover a lot of blood. Every 5 minutes, the control time of the Love River version of the skill will be refreshed. If you encounter someone with poor concentration, you will be controlled for 24 seconds every 5 minutes. Just thinking about it makes you feel sick. The senior human race officials all laughed. After these 3 days of testing, they had already figured out the cooldown time of the Love River version of the skill. After all, there are only a few people with strong determination. As long as the limitations of the Love River version of the skill are not exposed, the enemy has a high probability of being controlled for 10 to 20 seconds. And within 10 or 20 seconds, even if assassins from other countries came to surprise him, it was enough for them to support Lu Chuan and avoid accidents. Lu Chuan said, "The 100-school competition is about to start, it's time for me to set off. Little Commander, we are waiting for your triumphant return. The top leaders of the human race are looking forward to the results of the 100 schools competition. It is certain that Lu Chuan and Pei Yuyan will join forces to win the top 100 schools competition. Moreover, both of them are strong men trained by the Northern Military Region. After winning the title, they can greatly increase the reputation of the Northern Military Region and attract more professionals to apply for the Northern Military Academy. Fallen Mountains. The 100 schools competition is about to begin, and military protection personnel and contestants are all gathering here. Under the control of the soldiers, even the contestants were very excited and very disciplined. The 100 school competition is a competitive copy, and the number of participating teams is 1,000. The top 10 schools can send 4 teams to participate, the top 100 schools can send 3 teams to participate, the top 200 schools can send 2 teams to participate, and the top 300 schools can only send 1 team to participate, for a total of 610 teams. As for the remaining 390 teams, they will ignore the school's quota limit and compete purely based on their own strength. Therefore, the competition in the 100-school competition is very fierce. Universities outside the top 300 did not even have a guaranteed quota for the competition. Even if there are strong students, they must rely on their own strength to qualify for the 100 schools competition. There are so many people, and all the contestants are very strong. It is really difficult to win the first place among 1,000 teams. I don't dare think about winning the championship. Which team do you think is most likely to win the championship? I think Pei Yuyan's team has a high probability of winning the championship. Among the seniors, there are only 2 SSS level professionals, and Pei Yuyan is one of them. Furthermore, Pei Yuyan applied for the Northern Military Academy just to worship the god of war who cuts down the sky as her teacher. Now 4 years have passed. Under the training of the god of war, Pei Yuyan's strength must be even more terrifying. The contestants were talking a lot and were extremely optimistic about Pei Yuyan. Pei Yuyan is indeed very strong, but my brother is even stronger. Yang Yu smiled slightly, her words full of confidence. Your brother is stronger. Who is your brother? Are you stupid? You don't even recognize Yang Yu. His captain is Yang Shu. Like Pei Yuyan, he is an SSS level professional. It's Yang Shu. With Yang Shu's strength, it is indeed possible to compete with Pei Yuyan. When Yang Shu was mentioned, everyone became envious. Yang Shu's profession is an SSS level dragon blood boxer, which is closely related to the Dragon Blood Knight of the Thunder Dragon God of War and the King of Fighters of the Wild God of War. When Yang Shu finished his college entrance examination, both the Thunder Dragon God of War and the Crazy God of War wanted to take him on as their disciples, making countless people envious and jealous. Yang Shu had a huge appetite and wanted to become his disciples to the 2 gods of war. The most important thing was that the 2 gods of war actually agreed. The god of war is indeed the strongest in China, but he may not be the strongest when it comes to preaching and teaching. And my brother is a disciple of the Thunder Dragon God of War and the Crazy God of War. Under the guidance of the 2 gods of war, he must be stronger than Pei Yuyan. Yang Yu raised her chin, feeling very proud. My silly sister, can you keep a low profile? Yang Shu shook his head helplessly and decisively pulled Yang Yu to a place with few people. He and Pei Yuyan were both seniors, so they naturally took the college entrance examination together 4 years ago. In that college entrance examination, Yang Shu was only 5 points behind Pei Yuyan, and was only 5 points behind the top scorer in the country. If it weren't for the purpose of surpassing Pei Yuyan, he would not take the risk and worship the 2 gods of war as his disciples at the same time. Fortunately, the 2 gods of war appreciated his boldness and accepted him as their disciple, which made him make rapid progress in college. Now that the 100-school competition has begun, he naturally wants to win back, become the leader of the senior class, and prove that he is better than Pei Yuyan. Brother, you are stronger than Pei Yuyan. You should be the most favored person by everyone. Yang Yu wanted to continue running towards the crowd, but she was not as strong as Yang Shu. Yang Shu said earnestly, in this 100-school competition, my opponent is not just Pei Yuyan. Whether I can win the championship is not a matter of percentage. I am only 80% sure. Are you talking about Shen Shu? This guy is really lucky. He is obviously a B-level professional, but he got the SSS level job transfer card in the exploration dungeon and became an SSS level dragon master. Yang Yu was filled with emotion. There may not be even one SSS level professional among tens of billions of people, but in the college entrance examination 4 years ago, it was definitely very rare for 2 SSS level professionals to appear at the same time. The SSS level job change card is even rarer than the SSS level professional, allowing people to change their profession and become an SSS level professional. Such a precious thing does not even exist in the Northern Military Warehouse with the deepest foundation. If it appears in the auction house, it will definitely be fetched a sky-high price, and even the order will collapse. If Lu Chuan's river god profession really doesn't work, God of War will definitely help Lu Chuan get it when he learns about the SSS level job transfer card. After Chen Shu became an SSS level dragon master, his growth rate was astonishing. Even though he was in Pheasant University, he was qualified to participate in the 100 schools competition by virtue of his own strength. Yang Shu continued. Not only Shen Shu, but also the 5 disciples of the burning god of war should not be underestimated. These 5 people are all SS level professionals, namely the Gold Mage, the Wood Mage, the Water Mage, the Fire Mage, and the Earth Mage. Their performance in the college entrance examination was nothing, but under the training of Burning God of War, they were able to use the combined attack skill to achieve the effect of 1 + 1 being greater than 2. When the 5 of them join forces, they will be worthy even if they face the team of Chen Shu and Pei Yuyan. The team for the 100 schools competition can only have 5 people, so this is definitely the home field of the 5 elements team. Brother, we are not bad either. My profession matches yours. The certainty of winning the title should be 100%, not 80%. Yang Yu squeezed her fists, still feeling that she could win 100% of the time. Leader. At the same time, the members of the 5 elements team are also full of confidence in this 100 schools competition. The 100 schools competition is a team competition. It is not enough to be strong on your own, you must also cooperate. It's time to give these SSS level professionals a little shock, Jia. As an SS level person, I stood out among 3 SSS level professionals. When we win the first place, we will definitely be on the hot search and be admired by countless people. The 5 people all gave a crooked smile, and then began to analyze the teams of Pei Yuyan, Shen Shu and Yang Shu. Pei Yuyan, as the #1 scholar in the country that year and a disciple of the God of War, there is actually a freshman in the team. After seeing Lu Chuan's name, the 5 of them were stunned. Lu Chuan was the God of War and the top scorer in this year's college entrance examination, so they naturally knew each other. Ha ha ha, it seems that having the Heaven Zonsing God of War as your teacher is not a good thing. Even though the 100 school competition is so important, you still have to bring a burden to participate. Burden. Lu Chuan's college entrance examination score this year is 1,500,000. The 2 top scorers in the college entrance examination join forces to win the top 100 schools competition. It must be as easy as eating and drinking. When the 100 school competition begins, we must be more careful, ha ha ha. Jin, do you want to laugh me to death? Lu Chuan's college entrance examination scores are so outrageous. They have never appeared in the entire history of the human race. How can it be true? If Lu Chuan's father wasn't the God of War, how could he have the ability to cheat in the college entrance examination? Let me see, only Pei Yuyan is the real top scorer in the college entrance examination. If Lu Chuan doesn't cheat, the top scorer in this year's college entrance examination must be Shu Luoxia, who belongs to our southern military region. The 100 schools competition is a team competition, and Pei Yuyan is a freshman, so there is nothing to worry about. We only need to focus on Shen Shu and Yang Shu's team. Although Shen Shu's time to become an SSS level professional is shorter than that of Pei Yuyan and Yang Shu, Shen Shu can grow up at such a fast speed. Dragon Master must be a very powerful profession and must not be underestimated. The 100 schools competition has officially begun. All contestants are requested to enter the copy in an orderly manner. The broadcast sounded, and a huge portal appeared, 1,000 meters high. Under the organization of the military, the contestants entered the portal one after another without any commotion. Pei Yuyan's team came from the Northern Military Academy, and Lu Chuan among them was a descendant of the God of War, so he was naturally the first team to enter the 100 schools competition. However, the 100 schools competition is just like the college entrance examination. You cannot act until others arrive. You can only observe the surrounding situation first. It is absolutely impossible to seize the opportunity through the order of entry. The dungeon environment of the 100 school competition is similar to the Luiying Mountains. As far as the eye can see, there are endless mountains and rivers, and towering trees. Lu Chuan looked into the distance and discovered 10 dark purple light pillars. 10 beams of light penetrated the sky and the earth, exuding black energy all the time, and looked extremely strange. All contestants have arrived, and the battle to purge the demons has officially begun. Keep killing the demon beasts and let the purification statue purify the remains of the demon beasts, and you will win the battle of demon purification. The higher the ranking, the more generous the rewards will be. All professionals, please collect the remains of the magic path as much as possible to get more points. Lu Chuan looked around and soon discovered the purification stone statue. It is difficult to tell whether the male or female of the purification stone statue is male or female. It is 100 meters high and looks like it is carved from white jade. It is looking in the direction of 10 dark purple light pillars. The purification stone statue is detected and whether it is bound to the team. The prompt sounded in the minds of the 5 people. Yes. After Pei Yuyan chose to bind, the appearance and figure of the purification stone statue became exactly like her, as if carved from the same mold. Seeing this scene, Zhang Biao and others couldn't help laughing. Fortunately, Pei Yuyan is beautiful and is the school beauty of the Northern Military Academy. If the purified stone statue turned into a rough man with a sausage mouth, it would be somewhat annoying to the eyes. The stronger the monster remains collected, the more points you can get. And where the 10 dark purple light pillars originated, there should be the most powerful magical beast. Lu Chuan used undercurrent surge and river god realm escaped into the earth like a hidden dragon returning to the sea, quickly spreading in the direction of the 10 light pillars. Battle of Demon Purification is the same as Battle of Soul Sacrifice. There is a copy map. The origins of the 10 beams of light are all A-level monster areas. If ordinary contestants want to go there, they must pass through the B-level World of Warcraft area and the C-level World of Warcraft area. And he has undercurrent. As long as he is connected to the A-level Warcraft area, he can be directly teleported there to spawn monsters, which is very convenient. Pei Yuyan said. The little commander is right, these 10 dark purple light pillars are not simple at first glance. According to the label on the copy map, they are A-level Warcraft areas. If you can collect the remains of the A-level monsters in the area, you will definitely get a lot of points. But before reaching the A-level monster area, you must pass through the B-level monster area and the C-level monster area. Just rushing on the road takes a lot of time, and in the process of rushing, you will inevitably encounter many obstacles from monsters, which makes the traveling time even longer. If you want to clear monsters in the A-level Warcraft area, strength alone is not enough, you also need time. We have to set off as soon as possible. Okay, Captain, we'll kill him right now. Zhang Biao and Zhao Long immediately ran towards the sea-level Warcraft area, like wild horses running wild. In a competitive copy, ranking is very important. If you want to be better than others, you must race against time to collect the remains of Warcraft to get more points. Lu Chuan said quickly. I have a skill called Undercurrent which can achieve fixed point teleportation. Before connecting to the A-level World of Warcraft area, you can spend some time in the C-level World of Warcraft area. Fixed point teleportation. The little commander actually has such a magical skill. Little commander, the A-level Warcraft area is extremely far away from here. Can your undercurrent really establish such a distant teleportation point? Zhang Biao and Zhao Long stopped immediately. The dungeon of Battle of Pure Demons is very large. Even if their levels are above 80, it still takes an hour to get to the nearest sea-level Warcraft area. Moreover, even if there is no obstacle at all to get to the A-level Warcraft area, it is still an 8-hour journey. It is unknown how difficult the C-level and B-level Warcraft areas will be, and how much impact it will have on the journey. Therefore, no one can say exactly how long it will take to get to the A-level Warcraft area. If you can go directly to the A-level monster area and have the ability to kill the monsters there, the speed of collecting the remains of monsters will definitely be greatly accelerated. Follow me. Lu Chuan jumped into the teleportation well, and Pei Yuyan and others quickly followed. After arriving at the sea-level Warcraft area, everyone looked around and found a faint black mist in the air, and a Warcraft right next to them. Name: Rocktooth Pig Demonized. Level: 63. Skills: Rock Corner Collision, Demonization, Rock Cracking. The rock-toothed pig is huge, with scarlet eyes, and its 1-meter-long tusks look like they are carved out of rock. After it saw Lu Chuan and others, it immediately rushed over like a truck. Level 63 Warcraft. It seems we have indeed reached the sea-level Warcraft area. Zhao Long's fists were surrounded by flames, and he killed the rock-toothed pig in one fell swoop. As a level 83 professional, there is naturally no pressure to fight level 63 World of Warcraft. The little commander really has the ability to teleport at fixed points. With the help of Undercurrent Surge, our speed of collecting the remains of monsters will definitely be greatly accelerated. Pei Yuyan and others all looked happy. Killing 300 rock-toothed pigs will generate a regional boss, and the current progress is 1%. The wreckage of the regional boss will definitely earn more points. Lu Chuan used Water Dragon Bomb, and a water dragon rushed out like a cannonball, instantly blasting the rock-toothed pig 2,000 meters away into a pulp. Immediately afterwards, the C-class warcraft remains quickly fell into his hands under the guidance of Riptide. C-class warcraft are very weak. Except for Zhou Yu, we can completely separate and speed up the killing of the rock-toothed pigs. Quote. Pei Yuyan nodded and said, "The little commander is right, our levels are all above 80, and there is no pressure at all to hunt monsters that are over 60 levels. Even if you encounter nearly 100 of them at the same time, you can easily deal with them. When the number of rock-toothed pigs killed reaches 300 and the conditions for generating the regional boss are met, we will gather again." Okay. Everyone nodded and started massacre in the sea-level warcraft area. Relying on their level advantage, these rock-toothed pigs of over 60 levels can basically kill them with one move every second, so they can be killed very quickly. Successfully killed 300 rock-tusked pigs, and the regional boss is being generated. Kakaka. A huge rock-tusked pig appeared out of thin air, with several centipede-like magic patterns carved on its burly body. These magic patterns are exuding black energy all the time, causing all the rock-toothed pigs around them to go crazy, and all attributes are increased by 30%. Name: Rock-Tooth Pig King Demonized. Level: 80. Health Volume: 10 million. Skills: Demon Rock Collision, Demonization, Demon Rock Armor. I'm lucky. We obviously moved separately, and King Yanya Pig just happened to spawn next to me. Lu cast Water Dragon Slash, and two giant sword-like dragon horns slashed at the Yanya Pig King's body. -1 million. -1 million. The Yanya Pig King howled in pain, and Lu Chuan's mere skill caused it to lose 20% of its health. Human, I want you to die. The Rocktooth Pig King used Magic Rock Crash, causing the earth to collapse with every step he took, and the heavy breath came like a mountain pressing down on him. Lu Chuan was extremely fast. While dodging the attack, he hit Yanya Pig King again with Water Dragon Slash. This time he activated River God Realm to increase all attributes by 240%, and the damage of Water Dragon Slash reached 4,800,000 points. In addition, Water Dragon Slash is a melee skill, and its release speed is much faster than Water Dragon Bullet. The blood bar of Yanya Pig King was quickly emptied, and it entered the second stage. In the second stage, the Yanya Pig King was resurrected with full health, and all attributes were increased by 30%. However, when Lu Chuan used Nehi Domain, Yanya Pig King had to bear 100% additional soul damage when he was hurt, and he died faster than before. This person's damage is too high. I'm obviously the boss. If you hit me like a monster, with just a few skills, my life will be gone. In the third stage, the Yanya Pig King was so frightened that he quickly used Demonization to increase all his attributes by 100% by burning his health points. Under its influence, every one of the rock-toothed pigs on the side acted like a dead soldier, rushing towards Lu Chuan desperately. And Lu Chuan has a deep-sea suit, which can increase his movement speed by 3000% as long as he is in the water. Coupled with the advantage in attributes, even if the Rock-Tooth Pig King uses Demonization, it is difficult to encounter him, let alone a Rock-Tooth Pig of more than 60 levels. Lu Chuan used Water Dragon Slash 3 times in a row, and the Yanya Pig King in the third stage fell to the ground on the spot and turned into a sea-level boss wreckage. I just came here, and the little commander has already eliminated the regional boss. When Zhang Biao arrived, he was stunned. In order to gather together as quickly as possible, even if they are separated to spawn monsters, the distance between everyone is not very far. But the time from the appearance of the Yanya Pig King to his death was less than 3 minutes. Even though he was the closest and the first one to rush over, he didn't do anything to help. The boss is dead. Is it possible that the regional boss in Battle of Pure Demons is weaker than the normal boss? Zhou Yu and others had just arrived when they saw the huge body of the Yanya Pig King. Zhao Long asked, "Little commander, what is the blood volume and level of the Yanya Pig King, and how many stages are there in total?" The Yanya Pig King is level 80, with 10 million drops of blood and 3 stages. Lu Chuan said truthfully. 10 million plus 3 stages is 30 million drops of blood. And the little commander caused such high damage in less than 3 minutes. Is this really something a freshman can do? It takes a certain amount of time for the boss to enter the next stage. The actual output time of the little commander will inevitably be shorter. If King Yanya Pig didn't have the bonus of boss's aura, he would probably be dead a long time ago. Pei Yuyan and others were stunned. My undercurrent has connected to the A-level Warcraft area, do you want to go there directly? Lu Chuan thought, and a teleportation well immediately appeared from his feet. The boss in the C-level Warcraft area is level 80, and the boss level in the A-level World of Warcraft area will inevitably be higher. We have to be more careful. But with the transmission speed of undercurrent, even if the A-level monster area is too difficult and we have to turn back, it won't take long. After a short discussion, Zhang Biao and others jumped into the teleportation point. Arriving at the A-level Warcraft area, everyone began to observe the surrounding environment. The black fog here is even denser and has already affected the vision. Moreover, if you are in the black fog, all attributes will be reduced by 10%. Guardian of Holy Light. As an SS-level Holy Priest, Zhou Yu's negative effects on everyone disappeared instantly after using his skills. Ouch! There was a loud howl of wolves in the distance, and 10 giant grey wolves came to attack. Each one's sharp claws were like steel forks, which could easily smash the earth and wood. Name: Steel Claw Wolf Demonized. Level: 84. Skills: Steel Claw Tear, Demonization, Steel Claw 8 combo. The A-level monster area is too difficult. The mobs alone are level 84, and the demonized monsters are stronger and more aggressive than normal monsters. Now 10 of them have appeared all at once, so we must be more careful. The black mist in the A-level Warcraft area is still extremely dense. If it weren't for Zhou Yu's assistance, all our attributes would be reduced by 10%. Zhao Long and Zhang Biao were both prepared. Holy Light Armor. After Zhou Yu used his skill, both Zhao Long and Zhang Biao had their attributes increased by 70%. However, Lu Chuan and Pei Yuyan's levels were higher, and there was a diminishing effect. The former's all attributes increased by 60%, and the latter's all attributes increased by 50%. The captain is a disciple of the God of War, SSS level Peach Blossom Sword Immortal, up to level 95. The little commander can defeat the level 80 Rocktooth Pig King within 3 minutes, with an output of 30 million points. Coupled with the 70% increase in all attributes, we will have no problem spawning monsters in the A-level Warcraft area. With the help of Zhou Yu, Zhang Biao and Zhao Long became more confident and wanted to compete with 10 steel-clawed wolves. The monsters in the A-level monster area are all above level 80. With the strength of Zhang Biao and Zhao Long, even with Zhou Yu's assistance, they cannot kill them instantly. Before, there was no need to use River God Domain in the C-level Warcraft area. Now that we are in the A-level World of Warcraft area, I have to speed up everyone's efficiency in spawning monsters. Lu Chuan used River God Domain, and when the river water submerged everyone's feet, the 240% increase in all attributes took effect immediately. 240% increase in all attributes. Whose auxiliary skill is this? It's so powerful. The name of this buff is River God Realm, and the little commander is the only river god. Could it be that the little commander used it? It's fake. The little commander's output ability, defense ability, and auxiliary ability are so strong. How can he play other professions? Zhao Long and Zhang Biao were shocked. River God Domain plus Holy Light Armor is a 310% increase in all attributes. Such a huge increase in strength makes them tremble with excitement. As an SS-level Holy Priest, a level 81 professional who specializes in assisting, I can only increase a person's attributes by 70%. And the little commander's auxiliary skills can directly increase all attributes of a person by 240%, which is 170% more than me. Zhou Yu was completely stunned and couldn't believe his eyes. But she is experiencing the 240% increase in all attributes of River God Realm personally, and there is no way she can fake it. I am a 4th level professional, reaching level 95. When Zhou Yu used Holy Light Armor on me, the original 70% increase in all attributes was reduced to 50%. And the little commander's River God Domain not only increases a person's attributes by 240%, but there is no decrease when it is used on me. Is it possible that the young commander is a rank 4 professional like me? Pei Yuyan was shocked. A freshman who started school early has already been transferred to his 4th job in less than 2 months before awakening to his profession. How did Lu Chuan achieve such a fast upgrade speed? Even if Lu Chuan's father is the god of war and has countless training resources, the upgrade speed should not be so fast. Kill. Zhang Biao and Zhao Long took action together. With a 310% increase in all attributes, these 80+ level steel-clawed wolves all moved one at a time. As Pei Yuyan and Lu Chuan were stronger, they could naturally kill the steel claw wolf faster. Killing 300 steel claw wolves will generate a regional boss, and the current progress is 3%. Similar to the sea-level Warcraft area, if you kill 300 Warcraft, you can summon the area boss. It's a pity that the Little Commander's River God domain is a domain-based skill, which is very different from the additional skill Holy Light Armor. Once you leave the range of River God realm, you will not be able to enjoy the 240% all attribute bonus. Otherwise, with our current strength, we can completely split up and speed up the spawning of monsters. Zhang Biao and Zhao Long felt a little pity. Zhou Yu said disdainfully, "Just be content with yourselves. As a freshman, it will be good if the Little Commander can increase all your attributes by 240%. If River God domain had no restrictions at all, there would be no need to play other auxiliary professions. I have a skill called Riptide. I can control the flow direction and speed of River God realm at will. You can also work separately." With a thought from Lu Chuan, a section of the River God realm surged nearly a kilometer in just 1 second like a snake. Even under the influence of Riptide, River God realm can jump and flow in midair. So fast. As a remote output profession, Zhang Biao does not have the skill to increase movement speed. At the flowing speed of River God realm, no matter how he moves, he can enjoy a 240% bonus to all attributes. My profession is a melee mage, and my movement speed is much faster than Zhang Biao. I don't know if the Little Commander's Riptide can keep up with my speed. Zhao Long used Thunder Step, and his movement speed increased by 300%. And Riptide is extremely fast. No matter how he runs, River God realm can keep up with him in an orderly manner. Even my Thunder Light Step can keep up, so the strategy of splitting up operations must be implemented. And Riptide turns very fast, just like my tail. No matter how I move left and right, jump up and down, it can keep up perfectly. It's very tacit understanding. Zhao Long's eyes lit up. A 310% all attribute bonus was very rare, so he naturally wanted to split up and kill a few more monsters to experience it. It's too much. All attributes have been increased by as much as 240%, and you can still follow people. The Little Commander's River God realm crushed my Holy Light Armor in all directions. Zhou Yu was filled with envy. If Holy Light Armor could also increase a person's attributes by 240%, she would wake up laughing in her dreams. Pei Yuyan reminded, "The monsters here are all above level 80, and the level of the regional boss will most likely reach 100. When the number of Steelclaw wolves killed approaches 300, we must gather in advance. Otherwise, the regional boss will be refreshed when we are scattered, and the number of people will be reduced if we are not careful." Good. After everyone nodded, they started to act separately. With the 310% increase in all attributes of Holy Light War Armor and River God Realm, these 80+ level steel-clawed wolves can collect the remains of monsters very quickly with one move. However, the steel claw wolf is not a weed that can be seen everywhere, so the time spent looking for monsters is longer than the time spent brushing them off. In order to speed up the killing of the steel-clawed wolf, Lu Chuan also summoned Kunpeng. Kunpeng is level 110 and is a very fast battle pet. Therefore, he can kill the steel claw wolf faster than the 5 of them combined. In just half an hour, the number of steel-clawed wolves killed reached 295, and there were still 5 more to go before the regional boss would appear. It's time to gather. Lu Chuan used River God's whip, and dozens of water tentacles immediately tied up the 5 steel-clawed wolves. He planned to kill the 5 steel-clawed wolves when they gathered together, so as to save time in finding monsters. It's not normal, it's too abnormal. The monsters here are all over level 80. Even with a 310% increase in all attributes, we can kill one by one. But searching for steel-clawed wolves also takes time. We shouldn't have reached 295 in just half an hour. Zhang Biao was very confused. Zhao Long guessed. Maybe the captain and the junior commander encountered a very large wolf pack. Hello. Kunpeng appeared and said hello to Zhang Biao and Zhao Long. However, the 110 level aura made Zhang Biao and others frightened and wanted to escape from here quickly. But Kunpeng is as high as level 110, and their levels are only over 80, so even if they want to escape, they may not be able to escape. If they fled rashly, it might increase Kunpeng's desire to take action, so they did not dare to act rashly. Why are there level 110 monsters in the A-level monster area? Zhao Long was completely confused. He is only level 83. If level 110 Kunpeng attacks him, even if he joins forces with Zhao Long and Zhou Yu, there is no chance of survival. Why are we being targeted by level 110 monsters? Pei Yuyan, who arrived belatedly, did not show up in a hurry, but secretly observed everything. Kunpeng's level is too high. Even with a 290% increase in all attributes, she still has no confidence in defeating this level 110 monster. The monsters in The War of Pure Demons all have traces of demonization, and are called monsters. And the monster in front of us doesn't even have any trace of demonization. When it met Zhang Biao and others, it didn't take action immediately. Could it be that it is a neutral monster? Pei Yuyan thought to herself, but she still held the sword tightly in her hand. If Kunpeng took action against Zhang Biao and others, she would not hesitate to save them even if she knew she was outmatched. Captain, what are you hiding behind the tree? Lu Chuan came up behind Pei Yuyan with a strange look on his face. Little Commander, Zhou Yu and the others were targeted by a level 110 monster, but this monster didn't take action. We must not disturb it. But if it stays here for a while and loses interest in Zhou Yu and others, it will leave on its own. Pei Yuyan was startled and quickly reminded Lu Chuan. I forgot to introduce you. This Kunpeng is my battle pet. Lu Chuan shook his head and smiled. Master. After Kunpeng saw Lu Chuan, he immediately fluttered his wings and came over, as well behaved as a puppy. This level 110 monster is actually the little commander's pet. Pei Yuyan was shocked. Lu Chuan was indeed very strong, but as the strongest student at the Northern Military Academy, she still felt that Lu Chuan was far behind her. Even if Lu Chuan's growth rate is bound to surpass her one day, it shouldn't be so fast. It took less than 2 months for Lu Chuan to awaken to his profession, and his battle pet alone had reached level 110, which was 15 levels higher than her. In her perception, Kunpeng's bloodline level is very high, just like human SSS level professionals, with the ability to overcome adversity. I can't even defeat Lu Chuan's battle pet, let alone defeat Lu Chuan. As a senior student, she has become a 4th level professional at a young age, and she is definitely a person that attracts much attention. But compared with Lu Chuan, there is still no hope of winning. No wonder this level 110 monster greets us. It turns out to be the little commander's battle pet. The fact that we were able to kill 295 steel-clawed wolves in just half an hour must have a lot to do with the little commander's battle pet. Zhang Biao and Zhao Long both had bright eyes. Zhou Yu asked, Little Commander, how did you make level 110 Kunpeng recognize you as the master? Lu Chuan smiled and said, I brought Kunpeng back from the Soul Sacrifice Battle. Soul Sacrifice Battle. Is it the competitive dungeon that only 18-year-olds can enter? Pei Yuyan suddenly thought of something. As a top student in his senior year, he is busy getting stronger every day, and he doesn't pay too much attention to things that have nothing to do with him. However, the result of the Soul Sacrifice Battle was extremely shocking. Even if she didn't pay attention deliberately, she still heard some rumors. The little commander earned 48 billion points in the Soul Sacrifice Battle, while the second-placed Shu Luoxia only had 49 million points, which is completely incomparable. The Soul Sacrifice Battle only lasted 3 days, but the little commander gained 48 billion points in just 3 days, bringing level 110 Kunpeng back to reality. Our team has a level 110 monster, and coupled with the strength of the junior commander and captain, we will definitely win the top spot in the 100 schools competition. Zhou Yu and others were all excited. I'm going to summon the regional boss, so please be careful. With a thought from Lu Chuan, 5 steel-clawed wolves were strangled on the spot. Successfully killed 300 steel-clawed wolves, the regional boss is being generated. Ouch! A huge steel-clawed wolf appeared out of thin air. The magic patterns on its body were even more evil than those of the Rock-Tooth Pig King, and it was emitting a large amount of black energy all the time. Under the influence of the black energy, the surrounding steel-clawed wolves rapidly expanded in size, and all of them reached level 90. Name: Steel Claw Wolf King Demonized. Level: 100. HP: 200 million. Skills: Devil's Claw Tear, Demonization, Devil's Claw 8 Combo, Ancient Howl. The level 100 boss is higher than the captain. Furthermore, after the appearance of the Steel Claw Wolf King, the black energy became more intense. Even if Zhou Yu cast Holy Light Guard, all our attributes were still reduced by 30%. Fortunately, with the increase of River God Realm and Holy Light Armor, all our attributes have increased by 310%. This 30% decrease in all attributes is nothing at all. Zhang Biao and others were shocked. Kunpeng, use How High Impact. Lu Chuan gave an order, and Kunpeng's body became extremely heavy, as if the sea was pressing down on him. Under the 240% increase in River God Realm, Kunpeng's damage was very high, hitting a damage value of -40 million, causing the Steel Claw Wolf King to lose 20% of its health. It's a pity that Zhou Yu is only level 81, and the 70% all attribute gain of Holy Light Armor is directly ineffective on Kunpeng, otherwise Kunpeng's damage will inevitably be higher. Why are there level 110 monsters in Battle of Demon Purification? The Steel Claw Wolf King was completely stunned. He fell back nearly a kilometer under the impact of Kunpeng before he could barely stabilize his figure. It's so powerful. Kunpeng made the Steel Claw Wolf King lose 40 million drops of blood with just one skill. After Zhang Biao was briefly shocked, he fired wildly at the Steel Claw Wolf King with a machine gun. -10,000. -10,000. The attack frequency of the machine gun is already high. After he uses fire suppression, the shooting speed will increase by 100%, so the damage value appears very frequently. Coupled with the 310% all attribute gain, it quickly hit 2.2 million points of damage. As a level 83 output-oriented profession, it is absolutely excellent for him to have this output. As a melee mage, Zhao Long's output ability is stronger than Zhang Biao, and he can deal 3 million points of damage every time he uses a skill. As a disciple of the SSS level Peach Blossom Sword Immortal and the God of War, Pei Yuyan has stronger output ability. Each skill can deal 6 million points of damage, and the speed of the sword is very fast. However, her damage is still incomparable with Kunpeng. Kunpeng only received a 240% increase in all attributes, but he can still deal 40 million points of damage with one skill. Lu Chuan uses Nehi Domain, and when the Steel Claw Wolf King is damaged, he will also receive 100% additional soul damage. Kunpeng used How High Impact again, and 2-40 million appeared at the same time. The pain made the Steel Claw Wolf King grimace, and 40% of his health was immediately gone. How can you fight if your soul is damaged? The Steel Clawed Wolf King roared and attacked Kunpeng desperately. Demonized monsters are similar to berserkers. The more serious the injury, the stronger the combat effectiveness. Kunpeng's Bei Ming Protective Seal can reduce all damage by 50%. Coupled with 70% of the elemental physical damage immunity and 48 billion health, it can directly ignore the attack of the Steel Claw Wolf King. Boom! After the Steel Claw Wolf King's health bottomed out, his body fell heavily to the ground, causing the entire A-level Warcraft area to tremble. We entered the second stage so quickly, less than a minute. Without the help of the little commander, it would have taken us at least an hour to reach the second stage. Pei Yuyan and others were shocked. Kunpeng's output ability is too strong, stronger than all of them combined. And Lu Chuan's output ability is even more terrifying. One Nehi Domain increases all damage by 100%, and the damage is the total damage of everyone. Even if they don't take action, with the strength of Lu Chuan and Kunpeng, they can quickly defeat the Steel Claw Wolf King to the second stage. Suddenly, a dark purple light beam reflected on the Steel Claw Wolf King, making the Steel Claw Wolf King increasingly demonic. I want you dead. After the Steel Claw Wolf King enters the second stage, all attributes are increased by 30%, and the black mist emitted becomes more intense. The influence of the black mist is even greater, and all my attributes have been reduced by 50%. Without the help of the little commander, this level 100 Steel Claw Wolf King must be very difficult to defeat. Zhang Biao sighed and continued to shoot the Steel Claw Wolf King with his machine gun. So what about the second stage? You are still no match for me. Kunpeng is very strong and can still crush the Steel Claw Wolf King, resist the most damage, and deliver the highest output. Chapter 91. Everyone's output was very high. In just 2 minutes, the steel-clawed Wolf King's health bottomed out, and the dark purple light beam shone on its body again. So fast, in just 2 minutes, the blood volume of the Steel Claw Wolf King has bottomed out again. In the second stage, all attributes of the Steel Claw Wolf King have been increased by 30%, and all our attributes have been reduced by 50%. Without the help of the little commander, it would have taken us at least more than 2 hours to kill the Steel Claw Wolf King in the second stage. The boss in A-level Warcraft zone is too difficult to defeat. Without an SSS-level professional leader, it is impossible to defeat it. Zhang Biao and others were all shocked. Come again. After the Steel Claw Wolf King woke up, he attacked Kunpeng again. In the third stage, its all attribute gains reached 60%, and the black mist had a greater impact on everyone, reaching 60%. Under this situation, even if there is an SSS-level professional leader, it will be difficult to endure. However, as a level 110 battle pet, Kunpeng also has the assistance of River God Realm and Nahi Realm. Even when the Steel Claw Wolf King enters the third stage, he is no match for him. Just 3 minutes later, the Steel Claw Wolf King in the third stage fell to the ground, and the A-level boss wreckage exploded. The Steel Claw Wolf King has 3 stages, each stage has 200 million drops of blood, which adds up to 600 million drops. And we were able to complete the level within 10 minutes, which is outrageous. Our actual output time is only 6 minutes. If it weren't for the fact that it takes a certain amount of time for the Steel Claw Wolf King to enter the next stage, our clearance speed would definitely be faster. Everyone was very excited. Lu Chuan and Kunpeng are too strong. The output of one person and one beast is 60 times that of the other 4. Without the help of Lu Chuan and Kunpeng, they would have had to go through a hard battle, and it would take at least 8 hours to completely kill the Steel Claw Wolf King. The Wolf King is dead. How long has it been so long? The steel-clawed wolves that had just come to support were all stunned. However, as demonized beasts, each of them is like a dead soldier. Even if they know they are defeated, they will still kill Pei Yuyan and others. Court death. Pei Yuyan killed these steel-clawed wolves with a single stroke of her sword and harvested 5 A-level monster remains. Tip: the boss generation task in the current area will be refreshed tomorrow. Refreshed tomorrow. If you want to kill more regional bosses, you have to go to other A-level Warcraft areas. Lu Chuan had been in this area for more than 40 minutes, and Undercurrent had already cleared the other 9 A-level Warcraft areas. Next, everyone spawned monsters in the other 9 A-level Warcraft areas. Just like the A-level Steel Claw Wolf area, the conditions for generating the area boss are to defeat 300 area monsters. The time it takes for everyone to clear the other 9 A-level Warcraft areas is almost the same as the A-level Steel Claw Wolf area, which is 40 minutes each. The efficiency is very amazing. 6 hours later, all 10 A-level Warcraft zones were cleared by Lu Chuan and others, and 10 A-level boss remains and 3,100 A-level Warcraft remains were harvested. It's so cool. It's so cool. The little commander's ability to spawn monsters and run maps are so strong. The leader of the Demon Purification battle must be us, and we are leading by a cliff. The 10 A-level Warcraft zones are far apart. If you want to visit them all, it will take at least 10 hours. If you encounter obstacles on the way, the time will inevitably become longer. Everyone was very excited. According to their judgment, only SSS-level professionals can kill the A-level regional boss, and it will take a lot of time. Even if other teams are led by SSS-level professionals, it is impossible to kill the second A-level regional boss in one day. And with the help of Lu Chuan, they directly wiped out all 10 A-level regional bosses. Pei Yuyan said, "The aura of C-level boss wreckage is much stronger than A-level monster beast wreckage." Should we continue to farm the mobs in the A-level Warcraft area, or go to the B-level World of Warcraft area to farm the B-level area boss? As soon as he finished speaking, everyone looked at Lu Chuan. Lu Chuan's strength was respected and recognized by everyone. Even though Pei Yuyan was the captain, he still became the backbone. I think it's better to brush B-level regional boss. A-level monsters will be refreshed continuously, while B-level regional boss can only be refreshed once. Lu Chuan expressed his thoughts. Okay, everyone nodded and began to spawn monsters in the B-level Warcraft area, constantly killing the B-level area boss. 5 hours later, everyone harvested 10 copies of B-level boss wreckage and 3,500 B-level monster wreckage. Night is coming, and the Purification Stone statue is about to face its first challenge. All contestants please come to the Purification Stone statue as soon as possible to help the Purification Stone statue tide over the difficulties. Tip: if the Purification Stone statue is destroyed, you will be eliminated directly. The first challenge is about to begin, but with the transmission speed of undercurrent I can still stay outside for a while. Lu Chuan was not in a hurry to go back and was still killing monsters. A-level Golden Elephant area. Shen Shu was riding a giant dragon with wings spread like clouds and was killing monsters. The dragon was very powerful. When it opened its mouth, it was like a volcano erupting. These rough-skinned golden elephants couldn't hold on for even a second, and they all turned into A-level monster wreckage. Killing 300 golden elephants will generate a regional boss, and the current progress is 20%. It takes a lot of time to kill 300 golden elephants and to kill the boss level Golden Elephant King. And time is too tight. The first challenge is about to begin. With my strength and map running ability, there is no way I can clear 2 A-level Warcraft zones. Shen Shu sighed and could only ride the giant dragon towards his Purification Stone statue. Captain, this should be related to the difficulty of Demon Purification Battle. As both SSS level professionals, your strength should be similar to Yangshu and Pei Yuyan. We can only clear 1 A-level World of Warcraft zone, and the teams of Pei Yuyan and Yangshu should be the same. The teammates are very relaxed and are looking forward to the ranking of the first challenge. They come from major prestigious schools and are very strong. If Shen Shu's teammates could only find classmates from Pheasant University, it would simply be an SSS level strongman with 4 burdens. Therefore, people in the education field allowed him to form a team with people from other schools. I hope so. Shen Shu's rise is still in its infancy. Even though he is growing very fast, he is still very cautious. The Dragon Master is indeed a very high-level profession. The summoned dragons are of the same level as him, both reaching level 91. This is equivalent to having 2 level 91 high-end combatants in his team. But the time it took for him to become an SSS level professional was shorter than that of Pei Yuyan and Yangshu. Only by racing against time can he win the first place in the Battle of Purifying Demons. After returning to the birth point, the Purification Stone statue burst out with incomparable sacred brilliance. The World of Warcraft remains collected by Chen Shu immediately melted like ice and snow, and his points kept rising. C-level monster wreckage adds 1 point, B-level monster wreckage adds 10 points, A-level monster wreckage adds 100 points. The boss wreckage adds a lot. C-level boss wreckage adds 5,000 points, B-level boss wreckage adds 50,000 points, A-level boss wreckage adds 500,000 points. As an SSS level Dragon Master, Shen Shu's teammates are all top players from major prestigious schools. Today's score is as high as 610,000 points. 620,000 points. We should be able to become the leaders of the Demon Purification War. The teammates were all excited and quickly looked at the rankings. First place, Yangshu team. Points, 640,000. Second place, Chen Shu team. Points, 620,000. Third place, 5 Elements team. Points, 580,000. Shen Shu Dao. The first place Yangshu team actually has 640,000 points. It seems we have to work harder. The gap of 20,000 points is not difficult to catch up with, and he still has the possibility of winning the first place. Suddenly, the points of Pei Yuyan's team were skyrocketing at a rocket speed, reaching 800,000 points in an instant, surpassing the first place Yangshu. What's going on? Shen Shu was slightly startled. Pei Yuyan's team's points are still rising sharply, showing no signs of stagnating. 2 million points. 4 million points. When the points approached 6 million, it gradually stopped. First place. Pei Yuyan's team. Points. 6,200,000. 6,200,000 points. How is this possible? Shen Shu was completely confused. Such a high score is exactly 10 times his. As both SSS level professionals, the gap between him and Pei Yuyan shouldn't be so big. Moreover, he fought all the way to the A-level Warcraft area and also cleared a B-level World of Warcraft area and a C-level World of Warcraft area on the way, and had already cleared 10% of the World of Warcraft area. But even so, he only has 620,000 points. And Pei Yuyan's team's points are exactly 10 times his. Is it possible that Pei Yuyan's team has cleared all the Warcraft areas in Demon Purification Battle? Impossible. We are all senior students and SSS level professionals. How can Pei Yuyan's team clear all the Warcraft areas? The 10 A-level Warcraft zones are far apart. Even if there are no obstacles, just traveling will take 10 hours. And if you want to complete the level, you have to defeat 300 regional monsters and then defeat the level 100 regional boss. With such outrageous clearance speed and map running ability, even a level 5 professional cannot achieve it. Moreover, there is an age limit for the 100 school competition. Anyone who is over their senior year or has failed a grade cannot participate in the 100 school competition. Everyone is of the same age, and it is impossible for Pei Yuyan's team to have a rank 5 professional. The birth point of Yang Shu's team. This Shen Shu has something. He is only 20,000 behind us, and as for the 5 Elements team, it is not a concern at all. If you want to summon the regional boss, you must kill 300 regional monsters, and when they act separately, they cannot exert their full strength. In terms of the speed of killing monsters, it is far behind us, directly behind by 60,000 points. Looking at the ranking list, Yang Yu was very proud. Pei Yuyan, as a disciple of the SSS level Peach Blossom Sword Immortal and the God of War, you are indeed qualified to compete with me. But there is a freshman burden in your team. The leader of this demon purification battle must be me. Yang Shu sighed, feeling that his victory was dishonorable. Pei Yuyancheng also killed the God of War in the sky, and defeated the God of War in the sky. If it weren't for her close relationship with the God of War, it would have been impossible for Pei Yuyan to team up with Lu Chuan. Suddenly, Pei Yuyan's team's points began to skyrocket, surpassing him in an instant, reaching 6,200,000 points. Such an astonishing transformation made him dumbfounded. 6,200,000 points, one more zero than me, how is this possible? Brother, what are you talking about? Don't scare me. Yang Yu looked at the ranking list and was also shocked. Why does Pei Yuyan's team have such high points? Is it possible that she has cleared all the World of Warcraft areas? Yang Shudao. Impossible, I am an SSS level dragon-blooded boxer, and you are an SS level dragon-blooded priest. When we join forces, we can achieve the effect of 1 + 1 greater than 2. But it still takes us 5 hours to kill the A-level regional boss. Even if Pei Yuyan's team is as strong as ours and can kill an A-level regional boss in 5 hours, it will still take 50 hours to complete. How can you get such high points in just one day? Yang Yu nodded. Brother is right, just killing an A-level regional boss will take 5 hours. Furthermore, the A-level regional boss is not generated directly. You have to farm 300 regional monsters, plus the time to travel. No matter how strong Pei Yuyan's team is, it shouldn't have such high points. Listening to the words of the 2 brothers and sisters, the other 3 teammates also spoke one after another. But Pei Yuyan's team only has 6,200,000 points. Who can I ask to explain this? Is it possible that Pei Yuyan's team found the bug just after arriving at Battle of Demon Purification? Lu Chuan once got 48 billion points in the Soul Sacrifice battle, while Shu Luoxia, who came in second, only had 49 million points. It seems that she got it through a bug card. Otherwise, after being both gods of war, Lu Chuan's profession is still a C-level river god. Why would he be so many points ahead of Shu Luoxia? It's a coincidence that the bug only appears once, but it's not necessarily a coincidence that it appears twice in a row. Is it possible that Lu Chuan is really strong? The current points and the points in the soul sacrifice battle are all obtained by his own ability. Yang Yu said disdainfully. Wang Tai, what are you talking about? Lu Chuan is a freshman, and it took less than 2 months to awaken his profession. If it weren't for the advanced college entrance examination and the early start of the Northern Military Academy, Lu Chuan wouldn't even be a freshman, just a college entrance examination candidate. In such a short period of time, even a reincarnated god cannot have such great abilities. Wang Tai retorted. No matter how lucky a person is, it is impossible to have 2 bugs in a row. And every bug has such a huge harvest, which is completely contrary to common sense. Wang Tai is right, but Yang Yu is also right. Everyone looked at each other, not knowing whose statement to agree with. After Yang Shu pondered for a moment, he expressed his guess. It may have something to do with the god of war. As the strongest man in China, the god of war must have great unknown means. And this method can cause bugs to appear in the copy and give Lu Chuan a lot of benefits. Yang Yu was shocked. Can such a heaven-defying thing really exist? And he was handed over to Lu Chuan by the god of war to be brought into the battle of purifying demons. But after thinking about it, this possibility is really very high. The birth point of Pei Yuyan's team. Yang Shu is really powerful. Without the help of the little commander, I may not be able to win the top spot in the 100 schools competition. Pei Yuyan smiled slightly. Her current points are as high as 6,200,000, which is almost 10 times that of Yang Shu's team. With such a huge advantage, what can Yang Shu do to overtake him? The leader of this 100-school competition must be stable. And under the nourishment of 6,200,000 points, the purification stone statue has undergone a great transformation. Her advantage is not just a lead in points. Name: Purification Stone Statue. Points: 6,200,000. Level: 31. Binded Team: Pei Yuyan Team. Skills: Purification, Level Feedback, Purification Aura. Purification: Purify the remains of Warcraft to gain points. Level Feedback: the level of the purified stone statue will be fed back to the bound team in equal amounts. Purification Halo: when corroded by magic mist, all attributes are increased by 60%. With the level feedback from the purified stone statue, my level has reached 121, but I am still a 3rd level professional, and my 4-dimensional attributes only get quantitative changes, not qualitative changes. Lu Chuan felt the changes in himself carefully. The feeling of this surge in attributes was very refreshing. Kunpeng on the side also received feedback on the level of the purified stone statue, reaching level 141. Our levels have all been increased by 31 levels, and coupled with the all-attribute gain of the purification halo, we will definitely be able to easily protect the purification stone statue and complete it for the first time. Zhao Long and others were extremely excited. The first challenge officially begins. The purified stone statue will usher in the first revenge of Warcraft. Immediately afterwards, an A-level regional boss appeared. It was the Steel Claw Wolf King. Beside the Steel Claw Wolf King, there is also a B-level regional boss and a C-level regional boss. The 3 area bosses are followed by 300 area monsters, and they charge at the purification stone statue without hesitation. Under the influence of the night, their degree of demonization is even more serious, with all attributes and attack power increased by 30%. Look at me. Zhao Long's body was surrounded by 10 thunderballs, and he rushed out like a tiger. His current level is as high as 114. Coupled with the buffs of River God Domain and Holy Light Armor, all attributes have been increased by 310%, so he naturally wants to show off his talents. Moreover, the regional boss has a high degree of demonization, which can trigger a 60% increase in all attributes of the purifying aura, which just offsets the decrease in all attributes caused by the erosion of the magic mist. He was originally the top student of the Northern Military Academy, and with his superiority in rank, he was naturally able to deal with the strongest Steel Claw Wolf King. The Steel Claw Wolf King roared, intending to get rid of Zhao Long, who was blocking the way first. It had just fought with Zhao Long this morning, and it was not even a hair compared to Kunpeng. But such a character, with the feedback from the purification stone statue, can already compete with it. How many monsters did Lu Chuan and others kill, and why did the purification stone statue undergo such an astonishing transformation? Even the strongest Steel Claw Wolf King was defeated in such a miserable manner. The other two B-level and C-level regional BOSSs were naturally uncomfortable. They were immediately pushed into the second stage by Zhang Biao and were completely crushed. It's so easy to win. It's no different from giving away the remains of a World of Warcraft. After the regional boss and regional monsters were all killed suddenly, everyone happily picked up the remains of the monsters. If you successfully resist the first Revenge of Warcraft, you can make the following choices. 1. Complete the first challenge. 2. Welcome the ultimate Revenge of Warcraft, and deal with 9 A-level regional boss, 9 B-level regional boss, and 9 C-level regional boss at the same time. Option 2 is too difficult. It requires us to deal with 27 regional bosses at the same time. And these 27 regional bosses should be the same as the 3 just now, and they also come with 300 regional monsters. Zhao Long and Zhang Biao were both stunned. As long as you complete the highest difficulty level of the Demon Purification War, it is equivalent to killing all the slain monsters again, and you will receive a massive amount of points. But with 27 regional bosses appearing together, the risk is really too great. If the Purification Stone statue is destroyed by one of the bosses, they will be eliminated directly, and all their advantages will be lost. Little Commander, which one should we choose? Pei Yuyan looked at Lu Chuan. Lu Chuan's status is extremely high, and he is the strongest among everyone. Even though she was the captain, she still obeyed Lu Xuanyan. Of course, choose 2. Lu Chuan did not hesitate. Lu Junlin, Sword Dao Holy Body, is very powerful. It can equip 10 sword weapons at the same time, and the attribute bonus and equipment effect of sword weapons are all increased by 50%. When 10 divine swords are obtained, the attribute bonus is very amazing, making Lu Junlin's attributes far higher than those of the same level. Such a powerful passive skill is not something that comes with the SSS level Wine Swordsman, but is transformed through competitive dungeons again and again. Lu Junlin was extremely powerful. He participated in the 100 school competition in his sophomore year, followed by his junior and senior years, a total of 3 times. These 300 school competitions have transformed the swordsman's sacred body each time, greatly improving Lu Junlin's strength and potential. Therefore, the higher the points in Battle of Pure Demons are, the better, as it will allow him to obtain very powerful passive skills. And with the strength of him and Kunpeng, even if the 27 regional bosses join forces, they can kill them all while protecting the Purification Stone statues. Little Commander, our current level is indeed very high. We can deal with 27 regional bosses at the same time. The risk is really too great. Indeed, 27 regional bosses and 8,100 regional monsters also launched an attack. It was really chaotic. And each regional boss has 3 stages. If the Purification Stone statue is destroyed due to negligence, all our advantages will be lost. Little Commander, our harvest has been great enough, there is no need to take such risks. Zhang Biao and others began to persuade him. Don't panic, my Kunpeng can also enjoy the level feedback of the Purification Stone statue. As soon as Lu Chuan finished speaking, Kunpeng released a level 142 aura. As a level 142 battle pet, I didn't expect that Kunpeng could also enjoy the level feedback of purifying the stone statue. Kunpeng is already strong. With the help of his little commander, he can easily defeat the A-level regional boss. Now that I have reached level 142, my strength will inevitably become higher. Even if I deal with 27 regional bosses at the same time, I still have a high probability of completing the challenge. Everyone was very excited. The higher the points in Battle of Purifying Demons, the more benefits they will get. Naturally, Lu Chuan hopes to kill more monsters. There is no objection, I will choose 2. As the captain, Pei Yuyan has the same Purification Stone statue, so the final decision-making power naturally rests with her. Immediately afterwards, 27 regional bosses appeared at the same time, as well as 8,100 regional monsters. How arrogant are you to choose the all-out Revenge of Warcraft? Are you tired of living? To deal with 27 regional bosses at the same time, no matter how strong you are, we will definitely be able to catalyze the purification of the stone statues. The regional bosses all laughed. As long as the Purification Stone statue is smashed, Lu Chuan and others will be eliminated and successfully avenged. However, the numerical advantage is so great that they can kill all Lu Chuan and others, and then crush the purification stone statue. Kunpeng uses Northern Ming sky covering technique. Lu Chuan gave an order. Kunpeng burst out with extremely bright divine light, and the vast water of Beiming was like a tsunami, instantly submerging 27 regional bosses. Every drop of these waters of the North Ming dynasty is extremely heavy. The 27 regional bosses seem to be in a meat grinder, and every inch of flesh and blood is suffering from severe pain. Coupled with the 100% additional soul damage of Nehi domain, their blood volume suddenly bottomed out. Moreover, the scope of Northern Ming sky converting technique is still very large, and the 8,100 regional monsters died suddenly in an instant, turning into pieces of monster remains. It's outrageous. Kunpeng defeated 27 regional bosses to the second stage with just one skill. Moreover, the 8,100 regional monsters are gone. They are as small as ants in front of the massive Northern Ming sky subverting technique. Pei Yuyan and others were all stunned. With their strength, not to mention dealing with 27 regional bosses, even if they face 8,100 regional monsters at the same time, they will definitely be in a hurry. The scale of 8,100 is too big, just like an army. Even with the feedback from the purification stone statue, they all have a level advantage, but facing the impact of 8,100 regional monsters, it would be good to be able to protect themselves. It is difficult to protect the purification stone statue in the chaos. Lu Chuan and Kunpeng joined forces to not only defeat 27 regional bosses to the second stage with one move, but also kill 8,100 regional monsters in seconds. Is this something a freshman can do? If they were allowed to face the Beiming Tian Shuiju, they would definitely be annihilated. Buzz buzz. 9 dark purple light pillars moved forward and shone on the bodies of the 9 A-level regional bosses. 1 minute passed, and all 27 area bosses entered the second stage, with all attributes increased by 30%. What's going on? We 27 regional bosses joined forces and were killed in one move. Kunpeng's strength is too strong. Even if the skill just now is very powerful, the range is still so wide. How can we fight? The blood yellow river water is also extremely weird, and all damage we do when we are in it will increase by 100%. And all of them are soul damage. It hurts so much that my soul almost flies away. The 27 area bosses were all terrified. Kunpeng's output ability is too strong, coupled with the 100% additional soul damage of Nehi domain. Even if the A-level regional boss has 200 million drops of blood, he will still be defeated in one move. This blood yellow river water is very strange, we have to get out of it as soon as possible. If our 27 bosses join forces and still let them complete the challenge, they will definitely be laughed at by the other bosses. Kunpeng is indeed very strong. Fortunately, our way to win is not to defeat Kunpeng and these 5 humans. We only need to destroy their purification stone statues. We will hold Kunpeng back later and let 8,100 monsters attack the purification stone statue at the same time. As long as a magical beast approaches the purification stone statue, we will win. You're right, they only have 5 people and 1 beast, and we have 8,127 beasts. With such a large numerical advantage, we will definitely be able to destroy the purification stone statue. The A-level Golden Elephant King was about to call his younger brother, but when he turned his head, he was stunned. Looking around, there are bloody remains of monsters everywhere, and there is no living thing at all. All our men are dead. The A-level Golden Elephant King's pupils trembled. How is that possible? Bosses in other areas turned their heads, but after seeing the remains of the monsters everywhere, they had to recognize this reality. We only have 1 minute to enter the second stage. Is it possible that they killed all our men in just 1 minute? The regional bosses were all confused. Kunpeng was so powerful that people were desperate. There is no need to panic. Kunpeng's Northern Ming Shu Tian technique can only be used once. It is a very expensive ultimate move. We still have a chance to win. The A-level Golden Elephant King is stabilizing the morale of the army. But as soon as it finished speaking, Kunpeng's second shot Northern Ming Shoshinju arrived, and its power was no less powerful than the first shot. Kunpeng can actually use a skill with such great power and range a second time. And the blood yellow river water is chasing it too closely. Even if I reach level 100, I can't get rid of it. The 27-head regional boss was once again submerged by the northern Ming sky covering technique, and 9 dark purple light beams once again reflected on the 9-headed A-level regional boss. The young commander and Kunpeng are so powerful that we don't even have a chance to take action. A freshman crushed 27 regional bosses and 8,100 regional monsters in an instant without being injured. If this news is known to other countries, Huasha and the young commander will definitely become the target of public criticism. Pei Yuyan and others were extremely shocked. Fortunately, Lu Chuan is from China. If he were a genius from other countries, they would feel terrible just thinking about it. It's too much. You can use such a powerful and wide-range skill a second time. Don't panic. Kunpeng can use it a second time, but he may not be able to use it a third time. As long as we work together to attack the Purification Stone statue, there is still hope of winning. Entering the third stage, the increase in all attributes of the 27 regional bosses reached 60%. After using demonization together, the increase in all attributes directly reached 100%. Immediately afterwards, they used their strongest skills together and attacked the Purification Stone statue at the same time. After the regional boss enters the third stage, there will be a 60% increase in all attributes. When demonization is used, the increase in all attributes directly reaches 100%. Now we are using our strongest skills together to attack the Purification Stone statue at the same time. How can the young commander and Kunpeng stop it? Pei Yuyan and others became nervous. None of them are defensive professions, and with their strength, it is impossible to block the strongest attack of the 27 regional bosses. If you bite the bullet and resist, it is no different from trying to block a car with your arms. You will only die in vain. Challenging the highest level of difficulty is too risky after all. If we proceed steadily, we will surely achieve greater gains. Pei Yuyan shook her head and smiled, feeling a little pity. Kunpeng used Beiming Protective Seal to block their attacks. While giving orders, Lu Chuan also used elementalization on Kunpeng, making him immune to 70% of physical damage. Kunpeng's Beiming Protective Seal can make all damage immune to 50%, and reduce the damage source's attack speed, action speed and spell casting speed by 60%. If the opponent does not have immunity breaking skills, Kunpeng can directly ignore all physical damage. In addition, Kunpeng's blood volume is already as high as 48 billion. After reaching level 141, his blood volume reaches 80 billion. With such strong defense means and tens of billions of HP, it will not be a problem to block the strongest attack of 27 regional bosses. Human, your Kunpeng is indeed thick-skinned and thick-skinned. In a duel, I can't hurt him at all. But facing the full blow of 27 bosses at the same time, can your Kunpeng still be able to withstand it? The A-level Golden Elephant King smiled coldly. But Kunpeng still refused to dodge. After enlarging in size, it was like a city wall, protecting the Purification Stone statue to death. What should we do now? Kunpeng is indeed strong, but the full blow of the 27 boss cannot be easily withstood. The risk is too great. But the goal of the 27 regional bosses is to purify the stone statues. If we don't block these skills, we will definitely be eliminated. This is the conspiracy of the bosses. Pei Yuyan and others were extremely worried. As an auxiliary profession, Zhou Yu wanted to go all out to help Kunpeng. But Kunpeng's level is much higher than hers, so all the percentage increasing skills are invalid, and he can only use ordinary defensive skills. Ordinary defensive skills are completely useless in a battle of this scale. Boom! The 27 area bosses' full blows fell at the same time, causing the entire area to tremble, like an earthquake. But Kunpeng is still protecting the Purification Stone statue like a city wall, and the minor injuries on his body are recovering at a speed visible to the naked eye. You are still alive. How is this possible? All 27 area bosses were stunned. Their full blow was unable to even seriously injure Kunpeng. Moreover, under the influence of Beiming Protective Seal, their bodies are covered with a layer of frost, and their casting speed, movement speed, and attack speed are all reduced by 60%. Whether you attack or dodge next, it will be greatly affected. That's it. Kunpeng smiled coldly and used the Northern Ming sky overturning technique again. The all-out attack of the 27-headed boss is indeed very powerful, but in the face of elementalization, Beiming Protective Seal, and 80 billion blood volume, it is nothing at all. Kunpeng not only withstood our full blow, but also used the third Northern Ming sky subverting technique. The 27 area bosses were all terrified. The range of Beiming sky covering technique was already large, but after being reduced by 60% of their movement speed by Beiming protective seal, they had no hope of dodge and were instantly overwhelmed. Under the crushing power of the North Ming water, they quickly turned into 27 boss wrecks. Successfully complete the ultimate revenge of the Warcraft, and after others complete the challenge, ranking rewards will be issued. The little commander relied on his own strength to defeat 27 regional bosses and 8,100 regional monsters. It's so unbelievable. Kunpeng, like the little commander, is a being with top-notch output and defense capabilities. Pei Yuyan and others were extremely shocked. Without any help from them, Lu Chuan and Kunpeng completed the impossible ultimate challenge. There are a total of 27 regional bosses and 8,100 regional monsters. Even if Wu Yangshu's team, Five Elements team, and Shen Shu's team join forces, they can't defend the Purification Stone statue. Lu Chuan did it all by himself, and after killing 27 regional bosses, Kunpeng was only slightly injured, and Lu Chuan was still unscathed. A full blow from the 27 regional bosses could only slightly injure Kunpeng. If he wanted to kill Kunpeng, how much damage would it take to do it? At the same level, Kunpeng and Lu Chuan are absolutely invincible. The gains from this battle are great. The little commander helped us kill 27 regional bosses and 8,100 regional monsters. It's up to us to collect the remains of the boss and the remains of the Warcraft. Pei Yuyan gave the order, and everyone immediately took action. These World of Warcraft wreckage and boss wreckage are all bloody and really disgusting. But when they thought that these dirty things could be turned into points, making the harvest of this demon purification battle even greater, everyone collected them happily, just like grabbing gold. The consumption of Northern Ming sky converting technique is too great. After using it 3 times in a row, even Kunpeng was tired. Lu Chuan stroked Kunpeng's head, letting him enjoy it very much. He didn't have a way for people to recover their mana, but with Kunpeng's recovery ability, he only needed to rest for an hour and his mana would be full, which would have no impact on the monster spawning the next day. Pei Yuyan, why are there so many remains of monsters at your birth point? Suddenly Han Tian appeared. He looked at the remains of monsters everywhere, his eyes bright with envy. Everyone is a student of the Northern Military Academy, so his birth point is next to Lu Chuan. There was a lot of noise in the battle just now, so in order not to be affected, he came to investigate. As a result, as soon as I came over, I saw mountains of World of Warcraft remains. If you purify all the remains of these monsters, you will definitely gain a lot of points. Han Tian, these are our things, you must not mess with them. We are all students of the Northern Military Academy, and I don't want to have internal strife. After warning, Pei Yuyan stared at Han Tian. The harvest from this battle was huge. The 30 pieces of boss wreckage and 9,000 pieces of Warcraft wreckage are no different from the gold and silver mountains in the real world. If someone with poor concentration sees it, he will definitely lose his mind. Even if Han Tian is a student of the Northern Military Academy like her, she will still be on guard. Pei Yuyan, we are all classmates, so naturally I won't steal your things. I just want to know how you got so many World of Warcraft remains. Han Tian is not stupid, so he will not be an enemy of Pei Yuyan. Pei Yuyan was already stronger than her. In the battle just now, she had no chance to take action and was at her peak. If you rashly attack this SSS level Peach Blossom Sword Immortal, you will definitely suffer a big loss, or even be eliminated early. These are all obtained by the young commander's strength. Pei Yuyan said truthfully. Han Tian smiled and said, Pei Yuyan, don't be ridiculous. As the strongest person in the team, you can harvest so many World of Warcraft and boss remains at your peak. You must have discovered the Battle of Purification of Demons. Bug. We are all students of the Northern Military Academy. As long as you tell me the bug, my team will definitely become the second place in the Demon Purification Battle, crushing the Shen Shu team, Wu Yangshu team and the Five Elements team. When the time comes, our Northern Military Academy will be ranked first and second, so why not? And the teams from the Northern Military Academy are all born very close to each other, so they can completely support each other. It is even possible for our Northern Military Academy to occupy the top 50 spots in this demon purification battle. It's just that the bug has been exploited by so many people, and the risk of it being fixed by heaven is very high. There are only 4 teams recommended by the top 10 schools, but there are 390 teams in the 100-school competition. They can ignore the school's quota limit and compete purely based on their own strength. The Northern Military Academy is one of the top 10 prestigious schools, and those who can study there are all the best of their peers. Coupled with high-quality teaching resources, there are as many as 54 teams participating in the Battle of Demon Purification. If we can take advantage of this bug, we will definitely dominate the list of Battle of Purifying Demons and cause a huge sensation. Pei Yuyan said, Han Tian, your idea is indeed good, but these World of Warcraft remains were created by the little commander based on his strength and have nothing to do with bugs. If we really get a handle on the bug, for the sake of our classmates, we will definitely tell you. What a pity, I thought you had the bug. Han Tian didn't mean what he said and didn't believe Pei Yuyan's words. But Pei Yuyan didn't want to say that even if he forced the question, it would be meaningless. It was better to leave honestly and make everyone more decent. After he returned to his birth point, the other 4 teammates immediately came over to him. Captain, what happened just now? Pei Yuyan's birth point seems to be in this direction. Pei Yuyan's team has a huge advantage. It has far more points than the second-place Yangshu team. If Pei Yuyan's team is eliminated, our Northern Military Academy will not be able to win the first place. After the purified stone statue is bound to a team, it will change into the captain's appearance. Therefore, they all know that Pei Yuyan's birthplace is next door. Don't worry, Pei Yuyan and the others are very good, and their advantages will become even greater. Han Tian shook his head and smiled, feeling a little regretful. He is the second strongest person in the Northern Military Academy. If he doesn't compete with Pei Yuyan for first place in the trials, he will definitely join Pei Yuyan's team and enjoy the joy of getting stuck. Zhang He asked, what happened? Why did the big movement just now make the advantage of Pei Yuyan's team even greater? They found a bug in the Battle of Pure Demons. When I passed by, there were World of Warcraft and boss wrecks everywhere, and 10 of them were A-level boss wrecks. If all these debris are purified, we will get at least 5 million points. If we get more than 5 million points, we will definitely be able to crush the second-place Yangshu team. It's a pity that Pei Yuyan is our classmate, so we can't fight among ourselves in the 100-school competition. And with the strength of Lu Chuan and Pei Yuyan, even if they are from other schools, I am not their opponent and cannot take possession of these monster beast remains. Han Tian sighed. Pei Yuyan and Lu Chuan are already strong, and with the addition of Bug, they will definitely be able to crush other teams and achieve a cliff-like lead. Zhang He asked, Captain, we are both students of the Northern Military Academy, maybe Pei Yuyan will tell us the bug. When you went over to investigate the situation, did you try anything? Han Tiandao, I tried it, but they didn't intend to tell me. The more times a bug is used, the more likely it is to be repaired by Tiandao. Maybe they want to get more points and establish a greater advantage. He fully understood Pei Yuyan's actions and would not be dissatisfied with it. My classmates are not that close to each other. Others have found the bug based on their ability and don't owe me anything. It's totally fine to be selfish. Everyone has completed the first challenge and today's ranking rewards will be distributed soon. First place, Pei Yuyan's team. Points, 12,083,000. Achievements, killed 10 A-level regional bosses, 10 B-level regional bosses, 10 C-level regional bosses, 3,000 A-level regional monsters, 3,000 B-level regional monsters, and 3,000 C-level regional monsters. Pass-through speed, 16 minutes and 27 seconds. Rating, SSS. Reward, 1 million points. Second place, Yangshu team. Points, 101,300. Achievements, killed 1 A-level area boss, 2 B-level area boss, 1 C-level area boss. Customs clearance speed, 6 hours and 58 minutes. Rating, SSS. Reward, 800,000 points. Third place, Chenshu team. Points, 96,300. Achievements, killed 1 A-level regional boss, 1 B-level regional boss, and 1 C-level regional boss. Pass-through speed, 6 hours and 34 minutes. Rating: SSS. Reward: 700,000 points. 4th place, 5 Elements Team. Points: 92,300. Rating: SSS. Reward: 600,000 points. After the rankings were announced, everyone received very generous rewards. Even the bottom team had a consolation prize, but it was nothing compared to the first place reward. What's the record of Pei Yuyan's team? It was obviously the first challenge to purify the stone statues, but they actually cleared all the bosses in the area and killed 9,000 area monsters. And the time it took was too short. It only took 16 minutes to kill 30 regional bosses and 9,000 regional monsters. This data is so abnormal. It should be related to the bug mentioned by the captain, otherwise Pei Yuyan's team would not have been able to kill so many regional bosses in such a short period of time. This is not a matter of time. There are 30 regional bosses. Even if the top 4 teams deal with them together, it is impossible to protect the purification stone statue. Zhang Erhe and others were all shocked. The reward for first place is so generous, a full 1 million points. You should have to kill 2 A-level regional bosses to get so many points. Han Tian was envious. A-level regional boss can only be killed with certainty if led by an SSS-level professional. In addition, only by cooperating with an excellent 5 Elements team can we kill the A-level regional boss without SSS-level professionals. Therefore, his team did not kill the A-level regional boss. In the first challenge, they could only kill 1 C-level regional boss and 5 B-level regional boss. In terms of points gained in the first challenge, there is no comparison with the top 4 teams. If Pei Yuyan tells me the bug in Battle of Purifying Demons, the 800,000 points from these 2 people will be mine. He felt it was a pity. The birth point of the 5 Elements team. What a pity. The prerequisite for generating a regional boss is to kill 300 regional monsters. And we have to work together to exert our full strength. Once we act separately, we can't compare with Pei Yuyan and Yang Shu's team. Otherwise, with our strength, we will definitely be in second place. The people in the 5 Elements team were very dissatisfied. They were formed from quintuplets, named Hu Jin, Hu Mu, Hu Shui, Hu Huo and Hu Tu. Fortunately, the difficulty of the first challenge is related to the monsters killed during the day, and there are up to 300 monsters in different areas. Otherwise, with our ability to spawn monsters, we will definitely fall behind other teams by more points. Hu Jin shook his head. Under the restrictions of the rules, he felt that his plan to defeat all SSS-level people as an SS-level person would probably not work. The difficulty of the first challenge is indeed related to the monsters killed during the day, but the record of Pei Yuyan's team is too abnormal. There are only 10 Warcraft areas for A-level, B-level and C-level, and they killed 30 area bosses in the first challenge. Is it possible that they cleared all the areas during the day? Hu Mu was very confused. Before the challenge started, Pei Yuyan's team's points reached 6,200,000. It is possible to clear all the areas. But the A-level area boss has extremely high blood volume, with a full 200 million drops of blood. Adding 3 stages, it will take 600 million drops to kill. Even for us, it will take 6 or 7 hours to kill the A-level regional boss. How can Pei Yuyan's team kill all the regional bosses in just one day? Furthermore, it takes time to travel, and it also takes time to meet the conditions for generating the regional boss. Calculating this, the time is even more insufficient. The people in the 5 Elements team looked at each other. They are the best among the seniors and one of the favorites to win the top 100 schools competition. We are all seniors. No matter how strong Pei Yuyan's team is, there is no way it can be that much better than them. Moreover, there is also a freshman in Pei Yuyan's team, who has been awakening his profession for less than 2 months. In such a short period of time, even the former god of war could not reach 30, let alone shine among a group of senior students. The birth point of Shen Shu's team. It's outrageous. In just one day, Pei Yuyan's team reached 13,083,000 points. The second place Yang Shu team only has 901,300 points, while Pei Yuyan's team is ahead with 12,181,700 points. Even if Pei Yuyan's team takes a day off, it is impossible for other teams to win the demon purification battle. This advantage is really too great. Chen Shu's teammates were all shocked. The ranking reward for the first challenge is a huge improvement for them. Even their total points are not as large as the ranking rewards for third place. Pei Yuyan's team, as the first place, obviously has the most generous rewards. But in the face of the 8-digit total points, these 7-digit ranking rewards cannot even increase the points by 10%. The difficulty of the first challenge is related to the monsters killed during the day. And Pei Yuyan's team can kill all the regional bosses in the first challenge, and it is very likely that they can clear all Warcraft areas. But can a senior student really do such a shocking thing? Even a team formed by rank 5 professionals would not be able to accomplish such a feat. Shen Shu was stunned and couldn't believe his eyes. Moreover, in the first challenge, Pei Yuyan's team killed 30 regional bosses and 9,000 regional monsters in just 16 minutes. This is more difficult than clearing all World of Warcraft areas in one day. Just thinking about it makes people despair. It took him 6 or 7 hours to kill an A-level regional boss, but Pei Yuyan's team killed 30 regional bosses in 16 minutes. We are both seniors and there are SSS-level professionals in our team. Why is there such a big gap between our team and Pei Yuyan's team? And it's not just him, even Yu Yangshu's team and 5 Elements team have a huge gap with Pei Yuyan's team. This gap is so big that it makes people despair, and there is no way to catch up. The birth point of Pei Yuyan's team. The ranking reward for the first place is 1 million points, which is equivalent to purifying 2 copies of A-level boss wreckage. This ranking reward is so generous, it is higher than the total points of many teams. If it weren't for the little commander's extraordinary powers, our current points would be about the same as Yu Yangshu's team, and it would be impossible to lead by a cliff. Pei Yuyan and others were extremely happy. Lu Chuan's contribution alone was greater than the 4 of them combined. Even when fighting the boss, it doesn't matter whether they take action or not, it doesn't make the killing speed much faster. Their greatest use is to brush mobs when moving separately, so as to meet the conditions for generating regional boss as soon as possible. However, Zhang Biao and Zhao Long can only instantly kill the monsters in the A-level area with the 240% increase in all attributes of the River God realm. If it weren't for Lu Chuan's strong support ability, they wouldn't even be able to kill the mobs quickly. Name: Purification Stone Statue. Points: 13,083,000. Level: 66. Binded Team: Pei Yuyan Team. Skills: Purification, Level Feedback, Purification Aura. Purification: Purify the remains of Warcraft to gain points. Level Feedback: the level of the purified stone statue will be fed back to the bound team in equal amounts. Purification Halo: when corroded by magic mist, all attributes are increased by 160%. After getting 13,083,000 points, the Purification Stone statue has reached level 66. With her level feedback, my level reached 156, and Kunpeng's level reached 176. My attributes have been greatly improved. And in the battle of demon purification, the erosion of the magic mist is everywhere. As long as you leave the birth point, you will definitely enjoy the benefit of the purifying aura, and all attributes will increase by 160%. Lu Chuan clenched his fists and felt the changes in himself. With such an amazing level advantage, the next battle will definitely be easier. Little Commander, I think the position of captain should be occupied by someone who is qualified. And you are the strongest person in the team. I want to give up the position of captain to you. Pei Yuyan said seriously. The captain is actually giving up his position as captain. Listening to Pei Yuyan's words, Zhou Yu and others were very surprised. In the ranking list of Battle of Pure Demons, only the name of the captain will be displayed. Therefore, the captain is definitely the most majestic being in Battle of Purification of Demons, especially the top-ranked captain. Now that Pei Yuyan has given up the position of captain, Lu Chuan's name will definitely appear on the ranking list and be remembered by all the contestants. The captain is often the strongest person in the team, or the leader of the team. And Lu Chuan is not only powerful, he is also a famous little commander in the north, with extremely strong leadership skills. Even if Pei Yuyan is the strongest student in the Northern Military Academy, she still loses to the young commander in terms of strength and leadership ability. After a brief thought, Zhou Yu understood Pei Yuyan's approach. For the captain, it is not a good thing for his teammates to be too dazzling. When two people have different opinions, other teammates don't know who to listen to and will get into chaos on the spot. Moreover, during the Battle of Purifying Demons, Pei Yuyan had been listening to Lu Chuan's words. The position of captain had long been in name only, so it was better to give it up directly. Thinking of this, she immediately agreed. Little commander, just agree. You are the strongest in the team and your contribution is the biggest in the team. You are obviously a freshman, but you can make 4 of us seniors win. This position of captain belongs to you. Lu Chuan shook his head and refused without hesitation. No need, the current purification stone statue looks pretty good, there is no need to change it. The temperament of the purified stone statue is too holy, as if it has no desires and desires. He does not want the purified stone statue to become like himself. Moreover, Pei Yuyan, as the school beauty of the Northern Military Academy, has extremely outstanding looks and figure, just like a fairy from the Moon Palace. Purifying the stone statue into Pei Yuyan's appearance is definitely very eye-catching. Moreover, the position of captain will not increase the rewards of the demon purification war but will only increase the reputation. Therefore, he has no interest in the flashy captain position. This, Pei Yuyan choked, not knowing what to say. The appearance and figure of the purification stone statue were exactly the same as hers. When Lu Chuan praised the purification stone statue for its beauty, wasn't he praising her beauty in disguise? I gave up my position as captain to you, and you flirt with me backhand. What is this? Thinking of this, 2 red clouds appeared on her pretty face. As the beauty of the Northern Military Academy, her ears tingled when she heard these compliments, but it also depended on who was giving the compliments. Lu Chuan, as the god of heaven-slaying war, is the strongest genius in the history of the human race. His appearance, strength, potential, and background are all impeccable. She is not a nun. Facing such a perfect young man, it would be absolutely false to say that she has no idea at all. However, Lu Chuan said seductive words, but his actual attitude was very casual, making it difficult for her to judge Lu Chuan's true thoughts. The young commander actually refused the position of captain. Zhang Biao was very surprised. If Pei Yuyan gives up the position of captain to him, he will definitely agree without hesitation. Even if De is not worthy of the position, it doesn't matter. After the 100 schools competition is over, his team will become the leader. As the captain, he will surely attract much attention. He will be considered to have leadership skills and gain the attention of the Northern Military Region. And Lu Chuan actually refused the position of captain without hesitation because of the appearance of the purified stone statue. What kind of operation is this? However, as the junior commander of the Northern Territory, Lu Chuan did not need to increase his influence in this way. The position of captain was indeed dispensable. Moreover, Lu Chuan's strength is seriously inconsistent with his age. If other countries find out, it will definitely cause a lot of trouble, so he should keep a low profile. The luck component of the demon purification battle is not as big as the soul sacrifice battle. But I can still use undercurrent to get some travel expenses, so that others can get greater gains in demon purification battle, achieving a win-win situation. When Lu Chuan was at level 60, he could maintain 4,999 riptide panels at the same time. Now that he has become a 3rd level professional and has reached level 90, maintaining 4,995 riptide panels at the same time is naturally not a problem. Moreover, with the feedback from the purified stone statue, his level reached level 156, providing teleportation services to everyone without any impact on subsequent actions. In the dungeon map, the locations of the purification stone statues are all public, and the distances to the C-level Warcraft area, B-level Warcraft area, and A-level Warcraft area are the same. As long as he makes teleportation shafts appear at everyone's birth points, he can make deals with all teams. In order to gain the trust of others as quickly as possible, he planned to disguise himself as one of the settings of the Demon Purification War, just like the Soul Sacrifice War. Based on the triple combination of River God Realm, Nigh River Realm, and Love River Realm, this time the Riptide panel is even richer in color. The S-level Warcraft area has been refreshed. Purifying the S-level boss wreckage and Warcraft wreckage will earn you a lot of points. The S-level Warcraft area has been refreshed, but before the undercurrent is connected, we must first refresh the monsters in the A-level Warcraft area. Lu Chuan gave the order and everyone jumped into the teleportation shaft. After just a few moments of breathing, everyone arrived at the Grade A Steel Claw Wolf area. The birthpoint of Liang Shu's team. What is this? Looking at the sudden appearance of the teleportation shaft, Liang Shu and others were very confused. When they approached the teleportation shaft, the Riptide panel immediately appeared. Teleport function has been unlocked. Go to the Sea-Level Warcraft area and consume 50 copies of Sea-Level Warcraft remains. Go to the B-Level Warcraft area and consume 50 B-Level Warcraft remains. Go to the A-Level Warcraft area and consume 50 A-Level Warcraft remains. Go to the S-Level Warcraft area and consume 50 S-Level Warcraft remains. Note: when the World of Warcraft remains are insufficient, a loan transfer can be performed. If the loan is not paid, the transfer function will be lost. Battle of Purifying Demons actually has a teleportation function. Why haven't I heard of it before? Liang Yu tilted her head. The Battle of Purifying Demons is a dungeon bred by heaven. It is normal for some changes to occur. Liang Shu smiled. This teleportation function is our advantage. As long as we use it properly, we will gain more than the previous seniors. The charge for the teleportation function is 50 pieces of Warcraft remains, which is really nothing compared to the time spent on the road. And you can spawn monsters in the high-level World of Warcraft area, so why waste time in the low-level World of Warcraft area? Liang Yu's eyes lit up. On the way to the high-level World of Warcraft area, you have to pass through the low-level World of Warcraft area. If it weren't for the cost-effectiveness, she wouldn't want to summon the low-level regional boss. Go in. Without the remains of the World of Warcraft, the teleportation function will have a chance to borrow money. Even if the remains of our monsters are purified by the Purification Stone statue, they can be directly transferred to the A-level monster area. As for the S-level Warcraft zone, it is still not open, so we have to wait. Under the leadership of Liang Shu, everyone jumped into the teleportation shaft. Similar scenes happened in all major teams. Everyone loved the new teleportation function, which allowed Lu Chuan to harvest a large number of World of Warcraft remains. S-level Mist Hidden B area. After Undercurrent connected to the S-class Warcraft area, Lu Chuan and others immediately teleported over. Before that, they also killed an A-level regional boss. The fog here is so heavy. The magic fog is mixed with mist. It's difficult to see what's happening 20 steps away. Zhao Long looked around and frowned. S-level Mist Hidden B area, there are towering trees everywhere. Coupled with such thick magic mist and mist, it will be much more difficult to travel or find monsters. Whoosh! A subtle sound broke through the air, and a stinger as long as a sharp arrow struck the back of Pei Yuyan's head. Pei Yuyan reacted very quickly and turned around to avoid it. The Kurigakure bee has taken action. She looked around, but couldn't see anything but thick fog, and didn't know how to start. Name: Mist Hidden Bee Demonized. Level: 95. Skills: Kurigakure Shooting, Breath Gathering, Magic, Atomization, Bone Eroding Toxin. The panel of the hidden mist bee is displayed, but the fog in this Warcraft area is very heavy. Coupled with the atomization skill of the hidden mist peak, it is difficult to determine the specific location. Zhang Biao had a headache. Zhou Yu said in surprise. Zhang Biao, your profession is a machine gunner, and you have the insight skill Eagle Eye. Even if hundreds of bullets are fired per second, they can still land on the target accurately. Logically speaking, your Eagle Eye should be able to see through the Kurigakure bee's disguise. Zhang Biao smiled bitterly and said, as soon as I entered this area, I used Eagle Eye. But the atomization of the hidden mist bee is extremely clever, and I can't see through it at all with my ability. And the fog in this area is mixed with the magic fog. Even if I use Eagle Eye, I can't observe the situation too far away. Zhao Longdao. Zhang Biao's profession is a machine gunner, not a sniper. His reconnaissance ability is only stronger than ordinary professions, not the top. If a sniper is placed in this area, he should be able to see through the camouflage of the Kurigakure bee. Pei Yuyan said, Little Commander, we don't need to hang ourselves on a tree, we can change to S-level Warcraft area. The hidden mist bee's camouflage ability is very strong. If you can't find a specific location, you can only hurt it with a large-scale group attack skill. And this skill consumes a lot of mana. If the hidden mist bee doesn't scream a few times after being injured, we won't know whether we hit it or not. It consumes a lot of mana during the monster spawning stage, which is not conducive to us obtaining more points. Zhao Long echoed. With the transmission speed of Undercurrent Surge, it won't take much time to go to other S-level Warcraft areas. You can definitely put the S-level Mist Hidden Bee area at the end. Lu Chuan smiled and said, "No need to move, I have a way to deal with the Hidden Mist Bee." Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Suddenly, the thin sound of breaking through the air sounded again, and 13 bees shot out, flashing with a dark green glow. This is Kurigakar Bee's Kurigakar Shot plus Bone Corrosion Toxin. This time the attack is not only more powerful, but the number has also increased a lot. Lu Chuan walked in front of everyone and decisively used the Nehi version of Water Dragon Shield. Dong dong dong. The sound of metal colliding sounded, and the 13 bee stings were like toothpicks piercing the iron plate, and they burst instantly. Immediately afterwards, Nehi's version of Water Dragon Shield was triggered with 100% damage retaliation. Insect snakes and ghosts shot out like sharp arrows, attacking 13 mist hidden bees respectively. After the soul damage was triggered, Kurigakar was so painful that his aura was confused. It was difficult to concentrate on maintaining the atomization skill, and he was exposed in the eyes of everyone. The hidden mist bee has appeared. Zhang Biao looked happy and fired a large number of bullets from the machine gun in his hand. Under the level feedback of the purified stone statue, his level reached level 149. The level of this group of hidden mist bees is around 95. As long as their location is exposed, he will definitely be able to kill them instantly. Killing 300 fog hidden bees will generate a regional boss, and the current killing progress is 13. The little commander actually has anti-damage skills, and he immediately found the locations of 13 mist hidden bees. And all the retaliatory damage of this skill is soul damage, which is the most tortuous of all injuries. Just one blow caused 13 hidden mist bees to lose their consciousness due to pain, and the atomization they are best at can no longer be maintained. Zhao Long and others were overjoyed. Ordinary anti-injury skills can only reflect 100% of melee damage. If you want to reflect long-range damage, it will inevitably be affected by distance. If the location of the person who made the move cannot be found, or the person who made the move is too far away, even if the skill has a counter-injury effect, it will not take effect. Lu Chuan's Nehi version of Water Dragon Shield breaks this limitation. Even if the location of the hidden mist bee is not known, it can still reflect the remote damage of the hidden mist bee. The hidden mist bee is a demonized monster, and its desire to attack is much stronger than that of ordinary monsters. Under the protection of Water Dragon Shield, as long as the mist hidden bee launches an attack, it can be found immediately. With a thought from Lu Chuan, 3 Nehi versions of Water Dragon Shield were suspended next to everyone. With the little commander here, even if we are in the S-level mist hidden bee area, we can still act separately. Everyone was very excited. The level feedback of the Purification Stone statue is as high as 66, plus Purification Halo increases all attributes by 160%, River God Domain increases all attributes by 240%, and Holy Light Armor increases all attributes by 70%. Not only has my level been raised to level 149, but all attributes have been increased by 470%. It's a pity that the magic fog in the S-level Warcraft area is extremely thick, which reduced all my attributes by 70%, but the increase in all attributes is still 400%. Zhao Long's strength has been greatly improved, so he naturally wants to show off his skills. He ran tens of thousands of meters in a row and was soon targeted by more than a dozen Kurigakar bees. After these mist-hidden bees launched their attack, their position was immediately exposed by Nehi's version of Water Dragon Shield, allowing him to kill them instantly. With the help of the Nehi version of Water Dragon Shield, the originally difficult S-level mist hidden bee area has become extremely simple. The efficiency of everyone's monster spawning was very high, and the conditions for generating regional boss were quickly met. Successfully killed 300 fog hidden bees, the regional boss is being generated. Hoo ho ho! A strong wind emerged from the earth, and the magic mist and thick fog swept across all directions like a sandstorm. In just a few breaths, it became invisible for 100 miles in radius. Name: Kurigakar Queen Demonized. Level: 110. HP: 300 million. Skills: magic mist shooting, breath condensation, demonization, atomization, bone-eroding demonic liquid. The boss panel comes out, but the Kurigakure Queen Bee has a stronger hiding ability, and no one can see her figure at all. Moreover, after the Kurigakure Queen Bee appeared, the surrounding visibility became even lower, making it impossible to see the situation 5 steps away. The magic fog is so heavy that we can't see clearly the surrounding environment, let alone cooperate with our teammates. Ordinary mist hidden bees have extremely strong stealth capabilities. The boss-level mist hidden bee queen must have even stronger stealth capabilities. Even though the Kurigakure Queen Bee has strong invisibility, she still has a lot of blood, a full 300 million drops. If you want to kill it, it will definitely be very laborious. Pei Yuyan and others were all ready. The Kurigakure Queen Bee is the most difficult S-level regional monster in the Battle of Pure Demons. It must have very strong reconnaissance capabilities to be able to kill it. Professions with strong reconnaissance abilities are very rare, so the Kurigakure Queen Bee has not been killed for 300 years. If they can kill the Kurigakure Queen Bee, they will definitely cause a huge sensation. I can finally breathe. Kurigakure Queen Bee was extremely happy and decisively used magic mist shot. A thigh-thick venomous stinger shot out like a smoke bomb, and magic mist surged wherever it passed, making the environment even worse. Let me. Zhao Long's body was hung with 3 sides of Neihi's water dragon shield, and he received the attack of Kurigakure Queen Bee without hesitation. The strength of the Neihi version of water dragon shield is related to Lu Chuan, and Lu Chuan reached level 156 under the feedback of the purified stone statue. Coupled with the all-attribute improvements of Purification Aura, River God Realm, and Holy Light Armor, the Neihi version of Water Dragon Shield can withstand a lot of damage. Even though Kurigakure Queen Bee is an S-level regional monster, up to level 110, he still has full confidence in Lu Chuan's Water Dragon Shield. Boom! The sound of gold and stone clashing sounded, and magic mist shot suddenly fell on Neihi's version of Water Dragon Shield. After the counter-injury effect is triggered, a large number of insects, snakes and ghosts rush out like a rainstorm. And Kunpeng followed the guidance of these ghosts and found the location of the Kurigakure Queen Bee in no time. The water hits 3000. Kunpeng transformed into Kun, and its huge tail was like a mountain crushing down. In an instant, it drove the Kurigakure Queen Bee into the Neihi realm. These ghosts can actually find my location. Kurigakure Queen Bee was a little confused. As the most difficult existence among the S-level regional boss, it is very confident in its own strength. Even an SSS-level reconnaissance profession cannot find his location at once, but the anti-damage effect of the Neihi version of Water Dragon Shield does it easily. Moreover, Kunpeng's bloodline level is very high. Even if it has the aura of boss, it is inferior to it. In addition, Kunpeng's level is as high as 176, and with the assistance of River God Domain and Purification Halo, all attributes have been increased by 400%. Just one Water Strike 3000 caused 150 million points of damage, causing it to lose half of its health. Die. Kunpeng used Happy Journey, and like a meteor chasing the moon, he suddenly approached the Kurigakure Queen Bee who had just fallen to the ground. Kakaka. The sound of cracking bones sounded. Kunpeng used Water Strike 3000 again, and the 100% additional soul damage of Neihi Domain was also triggered. Such a high amount of damage directly caused Kurigakure Queen Bee's health to bottom out, and she is entering the second stage. At the same time, Ouyang Shu's team happened to teleport to the S-level Mist Hidden Bee area. Brother, the fog here is too thick. It should be the most difficult to clear among all the S-level monster areas, the S-level Fog Hidden Bee area. And there is no reconnaissance profession in our team. Even monster spawning is a problem. We can only go to other S-level Warcraft areas. Ouyang Yu curled her lips, feeling very unhappy. Using the teleportation function of Undercurrent will consume Warcraft remains. The S-level Mist Hidden Bee area is the first S-level Warcraft area they go to. If they don't use the Lone function, they can't teleport here at all. However, the monsters in S-level Mist Hidden Bee area are extremely difficult to farm. If you don't collect 50 copies of S-level monster remains, you will have to repay all the loans. They will not be able to use the teleport function and can only walk to the next S-class Warcraft area. Ouyang Shudao. Don't panic, according to the previous rules, S-level monster wreckage should be worth 1,000 points, and 50 pieces is 50,000 points. As long as we put Warcraft remains of the same value into the teleportation shaft, we should be able to repay all the loans. Suddenly, a dark purple light beam moved quickly, reflecting on the Kurigakar queen bee, instantly attracting their attention. A dark purple light pillar appears, which is a symbol that the regional boss has entered the next stage. The dark purple light beam appears in the S-level Kurigakar bee area, which means that someone has beaten the Kurigakar queen to the second stage, or even the third stage. Everyone was shocked. Yang Yu said in surprise. The boss-level Mist Queen Bee's stealth ability is very strong, and her health volume and output ability are not much worse than the other 9 S-level regional BOSSs. She is definitely the most difficult S-level regional boss. And the opening time of the S-level Warcraft zone was less than an hour, and someone has beaten the Kurigakar queen bee to the second stage. Ouyang Shudao. This team must have very strong reconnaissance and output capabilities. Even if you are in the S-level Kurigakar bee area, which is the most difficult level to clear, you can still kill 300 Kurigakar bees within an hour and defeat the Kurigakar queen bee to the second stage. He took a look at all the participating teams in the 100-school competition and found that there were no SSS-level reconnaissance professions at all. As for the SS-level reconnaissance profession, there is no leadership by SSS-level professionals. At this point in time, none of the participating teams should have the ability to kill the S-level regional boss. But the dark purple light beam is shining in the S-level mist hidden bee area, which is a symbol that the area boss has entered the next stage. Moreover, where the light beam shines, the magic mist and mist are nearly 1,000 times thicker, which is a symbol of the emergence of Kurigakar queen bee. In this 100-school competition, one team was able to kill 300 Kurigakar bees within an hour, and at least beat the Kurigakar queen bee to the second stage. It's too outrageous, we just cleared an A-level World of Warcraft area. And this team has already beaten the most difficult Kurigakar queen bee to the second stage. They are also senior students, why is there such a big gap? Ouyang Yu was stunned and very curious about this powerful team. However, the fog in the S-class mist hidden bee area is too heavy. With their reconnaissance capabilities, trying to find this powerful team is like looking for a needle in a haystack. Moreover, Battle of Demon Purification is a competitive dungeon, so they cannot waste time on meaningless truths. Buzz buzz. The dark purple light beam returned to the S-level mist hidden bee area again after leaving for a short time. Because Kunpeng and Lu Chuan were too strong, even if the Kurigakar queen bee's attributes were increased by 30% in the second stage, she still couldn't last even 2 minutes, and her health would soon bottom out. Why did the dark purple light pillar come back again? Ouyang Yu was confused. And the dark purple light pillar only left for 2 minutes before returning to the S-level fog hidden bee area. Is it possible that in just 2 minutes, Kurigakar queen bee has entered the third stage from the second stage? Ouyang Shu couldn't calm down. The movement of the light beam is regular, and it will only appear when the high-level boss enters the second stage. But the frequency of the light beams was so unusual that all the people participating in the 100 schools competition were senior students. And among the seniors, there shouldn't be such a powerful existence. Looking at the entire history of the human race, it has never appeared before. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.